There we go. Is my mic working now? How was that? Did you guys like it? Did you guys enjoy it? How loud am I? I bet I can see my levels. I'm pretty loud. How about that? Is that better? That seems better. All right. We've got a new format this week. We're doing things differently. We are going to do a little bit of monologuing at the beginning. Say hi to everybody. What's up, Bucket? What's up, Peachtree? What's up, James? Renee, good to see you. Haven't seen you in a long time. Do you guys like the trailer? That's the new trailer. That's what we're going to do now. Or the new opening scene. We're going to have an opening scene. We're going to have segment changes. We're getting real up in here, guys. We're getting real up in here. Peachtree, thank you. Thank you for supporting. For those of you that don't know, we do have a Discord. And in that Discord, you can submit videos. We're going to have a news portion where we look back at this week's news so far. Then we're going to have the game, Redonk's game, illness or education. And then we're going to have a ending viewer submission period as well, a segment. Currently, I only have one transition for one segment, and that's the news. I'm working on the other two. We'll get there. But I put a lot of work into it. Thank you for that, Bucket. Anybody that doesn't know who that is Money Game by Rin. Part 2, I believe. There's a part 3 out now, too. If you have never listened to the Money Game part 3, it's a very good song. It's not something you listen to bob your head to. It's got a good message. It's got crazy storytelling. Rin, of course, one of my favorite guys. So thank you guys for watching that. Thank you for participating. At the beginning of the show, as always, I want to say shout out to the Gray Pill Podcast. I want to shout out to Angela Knight. I want to shout out to Lindsay, who, if you guys are interested in listening to some music and supporting a good person that plays her heart out every Friday between 4 and 4:30 Pacific Standard Time, you can go there and you can like Lindsay. And that's Lynz. You have never seen a person be happier to have 5-6 viewers ever in your life. It really makes a difference when people go on there, drop a heart comment, hit the like button, and just say something nice to her. I mean, good people support good people, and I see a lot of smaller content creators out there like myself that get really, really excited when they actually have 9-10 viewers at the same time. And it feels good. If you can take 5 minutes out of your day on Friday between 4 and 4:30, go over there, Lynz, Lindsay. And she plays good music, too. She has a sweet-ass song with Owl City that has 200K views on it, too. So go over there, do that. Naughty Nana does, back from her trips, I think. Over there, she's in Canada along with the rest of you guys. I pretty much just have Canadian fans at this point, and I'm okay with that because you guys are better people than we are. Uncle Fatty was on a Blue Dot in Texas. Fatty, you were on that? Dude, I'm going to have to go check out that video. I'm going to have to go check that out. So, yeah, in the Discord, guys, when we've got debates, you can post whatever you want. You see somebody debating some stuff you want people to know about you can post it in the Discord channel. If you've got videos that you would like to submit to illness or education, you can submit those in the proper category as well. And you can also drop a couple for the live stream, as we're going to be watching some in the viewer submission portion of the live stream. So we're getting a little more interactive. We're getting a little more structured. Anybody that doesn't know it, what I do for a job is I am a manager at a store, and I like structure. So we're going to structure this thing until it is so structured you guys stop watching me. But we're always going to have the interaction. I'm always going to enjoy talking to you guys. You guys are the best. You guys are what makes this even possible. So I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. I'm so thankful for you guys. For those of you that have joined the Ginger Army, all 6 of you, we're getting bigger, stronger every day. But if you haven't joined the Ginger Army, you can join the Ginger Army for as low as 10 cents a day. You can support a soulless ginger by clicking the join button. You can go to bonfire.com and you can find me at Angry Ginger Productions, even though I changed my name. It's still Angry Ginger Productions there. And you get yourself a sweatshirt, t-shirt, help support the Suit Fund. You can also go ahead and you can super chat. You can do that stuff. And of course, as always, a like, a subscribe, and a share. Those are the things that I enjoy the most, is you guys just being here. So if you got, $3 tossed my way, I appreciate that. But for the most part, just being here is more than enough for me. So super thankful for all of you guys. What we're going to do today is we're going to pop right into the week's worth of news. We're going to pop into that. But before we get there, guys, exciting times. We have a trailer for this segment. It's the only segment that I have a trailer for. You guys tell me what you guys think about this one. Here we go. There we go. Look at us go. Look at us go. It's movie magic. Movie magic, guys. Look at us go. We killed it. Someone almost died on the hill next to our mailbox just now. Fireman just cut them out. Are you? Wait, what? Are you kidding me? Is there somebody across the street right now? Did somebody get in a car accident? Do I need to come up there? Can we get live on the spot reporting? Can you go take videotape of that? Bring that shit. I mean, how do we show that? Do we get that live coverage? You gotta be kidding me. Is there somebody outside my house dying right now? Renee, this seems important. Do they know that this is my my live streaming night? Okay, they're okay. Okay. Guys, I'm not a nosy Nancy, okay? So I'm going to let the fire people do their job. I'm not going to get in their way. I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not trying to be all up in the middle of the firemen trying to do their job. I'm going to stay here. Cut to Renee. Dude, live reporting. She's not doing her part. we could be having like a viral moment right now, but my wife, not the reporter. Not yet. She may be one day, though. Maybe she'll do the weather. We should do the weather in Canada. I bet the weather in Canada is a lot more exciting. All right. Well, as long as nothing is on fire and everybody is safe, we're going to move forward with the news of the week. Did you guys all see that trailer? That trailer was dope. Okay. Renee had a big hand in that trailer, just so you guys know. So, speaking of the news from this week, we have a Speaker of the House, a Mr. Mike Johnson, with the most milquetoast name of all time, Mike Johnson. I don't believe that's even a real person. I believe he's a robot. Mike Johnson, if you don't know this, is an election denier. Mike Johnson is a guy who was at the forefront of turning over the 2020 election. Mike Johnson is also a evangelical Christian or conservative Christian, same difference. Mike Johnson believes in a total national abortion ban. Mike Johnson also believes in cutting Medicare and Social Security. Mike Johnson believes in a lot of very hardcore right-wing propaganda. So anybody that thought that we dodged a bullet with Jim Jordan should know that Mike Johnson is just as bad. But why would you ever want to hear about me talk about it when you've got Brian Tyler Cohen in his slick-ass suit just sitting here waiting for us to talk about it? So we're going to cut to the reporter on the scene, Brian Tyler Cohen, and we're going to see what Brian's got to say about this.
Putting an end to the doom loop that was the
Calm down,
Republicans' seemingly interminable effort to elect a new speaker, they finally managed to elect Representative Mike Johnson. And if you haven't heard his name before, that is by design. He espouses the same extremist positions as Jim Jordan and Donald Trump, but because he's got low...
Yeah, exactly, Redonk. There's a lot of people over there on the right that are on Social Security and Medicare. They don't even realize at this point in their life, they're literally voting for people that want to cut the stuff that is keeping them retired. Like, Republicans want your old ass to go back to work. They don't want to pay for anything. They want you to go back to work so that way they can keep sucking off your lifeblood.
name ID, he doesn't have the same baggage. And at the end of the day, that's all Republicans care about. It's not the extremism that bothers them, it's being saddled by the poor optics of being associated with someone like Jim Jordan. Optics over substance, all in service of winning their next election. But let's be clear, while Mike Johnson may not have the name ID of someone like Jim Jordan, he is just as, if not more.
And I said that last week. It's symbolism over substance. Is they would rather see a dude up there that's clean cut with some glasses on, very white. I don't know if you guys have seen pictures. We should look at the pictures of him surrounded all those people when the one lady yelled at the reporter for asking about whether or not the election was whether or not he's an election denier. There is like, it's a sea of white people. Like, I can tell you guys this, like, I watched every one of these speaker votes, and sometimes the camera would pan away and then pan back to people clapping, and I always knew what side was clapping because I could tell by the sea of white people that it was the right. I could always tell that it was Republicans because it was nothing but old white people on the right side. When they panned to the left, there's like Palestinians, there's Puerto Ricans, there's white people, there's black people. Like, when they look at the left, there's women, there's men. It pans back to the right, it's like Jim Jordan and like 212 white dudes.
Or extreme. And don't take my word for it, here's Matt Gaetz admitting as much.
MAGA is ascendant, and if you don't think...
Oh, look at these two. Boy, if there is ever anything in your life that you should never want to see in your life, it is Steve Bannon's fat face right next to the largest forehead in the Western Hemisphere, okay? If these two had a baby, can you imagine what that child would look like? Jesus. And you know how annoying it would be?
Moving from Kevin McCarthy to MAGA Mike Johnson shows the ascendance of this movement
MAGA
and where
Mike
the power
Johnson.
in the Republican Party truly lies. Then you're not paying attention. But they are crying, they are hand-wringing and bedwetting.
In other words, while he may not be Jim Jordan,
Why does he keep saying that saying? Matt Gaetz is really fixated on hand-wringing and bedwetting. He has used that term multiple times now.
rest assured, he is no different from him. He's another rubber stamp MAGA Republican who's there because he was approved by Donald Trump, ultimately to do the bidding of Donald Trump. And here's what I mean by that.
Yeah, you guys saw what happened with Emmer, right? Emmer got like half a second in the spotlight to maybe be the speaker, and then Donald Trump just like came in and torpedoed the shit out of it. He was like, nah, I don't want Emmer. Emmer didn't say that I won.
We think Mike Johnson's
there it
going to
is.
do really well. He's popular, he's smart, he's sharp, he's going to be fantastic.
Dude, this is him outside of the courtroom. He is currently on trial, and he stepped outside to do a full-on True Social moment. Look, like he's got the fat kid with his hands down there, his sides thing going on too, where he like kind of to the left and the right as he's talking. Oh my God, Donald Trump.
A fantastic speaker. I believe that will happen. We'll see what. I just want to congratulate Mike Johnson. He will be a great Speaker of the House, and we were very happy to help. I've known him for a long time. He's a tremendous leader.
Dude, what is up with the
He comes
glitching?
from a wonderful place, Louisiana. He's going to make us all proud. So at this time yesterday, nobody was thinking of Mike.
It's like Donald Trump's running out of bullshit, isn't he? Seems like he's just like, I don't really have anything left to say. I'm just very tired. I'm always up. My lawyers always want to talk to me. I'm going to be in prison soon. Everybody keeps flipping on me. We're going to talk about that.
Mike, and then we put out the word, and now he's the Speaker of the House. So I want to just thank all of the supporters that I have, and I want to thank all of the supporters that Mike has.
And of course, because we know that Donald Trump doesn't do anything that doesn't ultimately benefit him, because we know that Donald Trump doesn't do anything that's not transactional to his advantage, here's the real reason why he's perfectly...
Oh, where's Uncle Fatty when I need him? This relationship is 100% transactional between Mike Johnson and Donald Trump. He looks like a... he looks like George Santos with white face bucket. Oh, dying. You are right. He does look like George Santos is a white guy. Holy Jesus. Is that George Santos? Somebody tell me that's not George Santos.
Willing to
Good
back
God.
Mike Johnson.
He was one of the leaders in decertifying the election results.
Well, he was an architect of drafting an amicus brief for this case that Texas was bringing that had nothing to do with Texas, had to do with some battleground states. It was so absurd the Supreme Court didn't even deal with it, and yet it was his strategy, and he was the chief whip for Donald Trump in getting Republicans to sign on to this absurd lawsuit.
We know that he was one of those men with a constitutional law background who was pushing members here in this building to sign on to the Texas brief that would have pushed to overturn the election results. He's also someone who, in my conversations over the last, overnight period, the last few hours, one person with a Democratic advocacy group, Human Rights Campaign, described him to me as...
Man, when there's 200 plus terrible ass Republicans, it's hard to keep up with all of them. Which one does which bad thing? I mean, they all kind of have a hub of generic bad shit that they do that they all share in common. The Venn diagram, definitely it's pretty thick in the middle. But good Lord, man. Can you guys just field one person that isn't a terrible human being, that doesn't want to take away Social Security and Medicare from old people, that doesn't want to take away bodily autonomy from women? This man said women just need to start pushing out more children. That way, then he wouldn't have to cut Social Security. That's his thing. He's like, look, you can have Social Security or you can have women's bodily autonomy. But you can't have both. The fuck? These people are crazy.
Jim Jordan with a jacket and a smile. And as much as that person has reason to say that, many of the policy pieces that we know about him, his hardline position against trans care, hardline position on LGBTQ plus rights, hardline position on abortion, and certainly the votes that we've seen him take going against shutting down the government as recently as 4 weeks ago, they are things that put him in line with the more conservative parts of this conference.
Because he is the architect of the Republican effort to overturn the 2020 election. Mike Johnson led the amicus brief signed by more than 100 House Republicans in support of the Texas lawsuit seeking to invalidate the 2020 election results in 4 swing states won by Biden: Georgia, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. In other words, these quote-unquote states' rights Republicans in one state sought to undermine the election results in another state because they didn't like how that state voted. But sure, states' rights. Got it. And yet, surely, Mike Johnson's willing to answer for such an extreme position, right? Apparently not so much.
Mr. Johnson, you helped lead the efforts to overturn
This shit, look.
the election results.
Dude, look at that. Look at how white that is. Holy. Look, they put the women up front. They're like, look, we have women. we have 4. There's 4, okay? Look at this old ass lady right here. You can tell she's about to say something mean. She is not a nice person, okay? Look at Scalise. How can you be that happy standing behind what looks like a broke ass... Who is that guy? Who is the guy from The Daily Show? God damn it. I'm drawing a blank. Stephen Colbert. Looks like a broke ass Stephen Colbert. Come on, man. Is this Stephen Colbert's illegitimate brother? Stephen Colbert is so mad right now that this guy, he's like, dude, don't get us confused. What? Look at how white it is. I mean, even their hair is white. Good Lord. Look, they segregated them. All the colored hair people got pushed to this side. Oh my God, you guys. This is terrible. Oh, there it goes.
That's right. If you dare ask...
Hold on. What did the guy in the back there? This guy right here.
Next question.
That's right.
2024.
If you dare ask a Republican to
Oh
explain
my
their
God.
position on subverting a free and fair election, the response you get is, and I quote, "Shut up." But it's not just his election denialism that shows
They don't
how
want to
extreme
talk
he
about
is.
it.
He's also the vehement opponent of a woman's right to her own reproductive freedom. He's currently the author of 3 separate bills to ban abortion nationwide. He's tweeted, "It is time for the United States to move on from the inhumane practice of abortion." And in the aftermath of
Yeah, just make
Louisiana
women
banning
do it. It's
abortion,
fine.
he tweeted, Breaking, late yesterday, the Louisiana Department of Health informed abortion facilities in our state that the right to life has now been restored. Perform an abortion and get imprisoned at hard labor for
Hard
1 to 10
labor!
years and fine.
Because we all know that our justice system would never, ever just take advantage of people and maybe prosecute them for crimes that they did not commit, all in the name of putting them to work like slaves. That doesn't happen, right? Wait. No. Actually, it's happened a bunch. Like, literally, a judge has literally been busted for sending young people up the river and getting paid for it. Probably in Louisiana. Are you kidding me?
Fined $10,000 to $100,000. That's who the Republican Party has elevated. Someone extolling the virtues of imprisoning
like
women who seek abortions.
And
he's not timid about broadcasting his far-right position on this issue.
Behind me, over my shoulder here, is the United States Supreme Court, and you might be able to hear on the video, we just had votes on the floor, but there's a crowd out there. They're chanting. There's a lot of pro-lifers, of course, celebrating this extraordinary day in American history that took us almost a half century to get to. Roe v. Wade gave constitutional cover to the elective killing of unborn children in America. Period. You think about the implications of that.
Look at this guy. He is so angry.
We're all struggling here to cover the bases of Social Security.
That's where he says it.
Medicare and Medicaid and all the rest. If we had all those able-bodied workers in the economy, we wouldn't be going upside down and toppling over like this. Listen.
Dude. Oh my God, there's so much wrong with that statement. Oh, these are the very people that persecute single mothers. These are the very people that put like the onus on the woman for being a single mother and having a child that does not grow up to be a productive part of society. Who is he talking about that's going to prop up these Social Security people? Who exactly does he think that these people were going to become? Does he understand that he's the very person that would put forth statistics showing that all these criminals come from single mothers, all these low-class, poor people come from these mothers? Like, there's so much wrong with this state. This man. This is who the speaker is? This is who they chose?
The gentleman. I will not yield. I will not. Roe was a terrible
will not
corruption of
yield.
America's constitutional jurisprudence.
And of course, it doesn't end there. Here's his position on protecting Social Security and Medicare.
The safety net programs, but the reality is they're headed towards bankruptcy. In just a few number of years, Social Security goes belly up. So does...
How many times have they said that now? For how many years did he say in the next couple of years, Social Security is going to be bankrupt? It's going to be bankrupt in a couple of years. We've got to move the age to 70. We've got to move the age to 72 because they just want us to work our entire lives while their asses don't do nothing.
Medicare, Medicaid, all of these big spending programs because we're drowning in debt. And so we've got to think about long-term reforms to those programs.
Johnson joins a long list of Republicans whose goal is to eliminate earned benefits that we've paid into our entire lives, likely in deference to some type of privatized program, because if there's not some CEO getting rich off the backs of everyone else, then Republicans don't want it. And then there's Johnson's position on same-sex marriage, which is apparently still, in 2023, a litmus test issue within the GOP, which is why Tom Emmer's hopes of becoming Speaker were dashed.
Yeah, that's the line. That's the line that Republicans draw. Republicans are drawing a line at gay marriage. You can't be the Speaker of the House. You can be the Speaker of the House if you want to take away bodily autonomy, if you want to take away the retirement savings that Americans have paid into their entire lives, their Medicare, you can take that away. That's fine too. Not a big deal. Social safety nets for single mothers, let's take that away too. Gay marriage? Can't do that. That's the line. That's the line. These are really good people.
According to CNN, in editorials that ran in his local paper, Johnson called homosexuality an inherently unnatural and dangerous lifestyle that could possibly even destroy the entire democratic system. And in another editorial, he wrote, "Your race creed."
At this point in my life, I'm thinking either matriarchy or let gay dudes run it. Okay? That's what I'm going with. Because straight white dudes have had just a millennia to run this, and this is where we're at. This is where we're at. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's going down the hill. I'm saying they had their time in the spotlight. It's time to either let women take the wheel or maybe homosexual dudes. I'm just saying we got to try something different, because old white dudes we're just clutching. We're clutching so hard. I don't want to be a part of the group anymore. I want out.
The sex of what you are, while homosexuality and cross-dressing are things you do. It's a free country, but we don't give special protections for every person's bizarre choices. Because Republicans love personal freedom, so long as it's the freedom to do what those...
You want to talk about we don't give protections to people's bizarre personal choices? How about when you believe that somebody told you that what somebody does in their home sexually is your business? We protect your right to say that. You guys get to hold up stupid-ass signs out on the street and tell homosexuals that they're not people. We allow that. What do you mean that there's not protection for other people? You think just gay people? Like, the gay people ain't out there doing half the shit you guys are doing. That's insane.
Republicans want them to do. And look, we could go on, but the point here is clear. Mike Johnson is as far right and extreme as it gets, and every single Republican owes their vote to elevate this person to the highest position in the Republican Party, including those 18 Republicans currently sitting in Biden-won districts. And those are the same Republicans, by the way, who claim to pretend that they were defending their moderate districts by refusing to vote for Jim Jordan. But as I explained at the top, it was never about rebuking extremism and always about not wanting to associate themselves with someone like Jordan. But there should be no doubt those Republicans in purple districts just elevated this extreme Republican to the highest job in the GOP, who would seek to outlaw abortion nationwide, eliminate same-sex marriage, and refuse to certify any election where a Republican doesn't win. When I say there are no moderates in the Republican Party, this is exactly what I mean. You don't get to vote for someone like Mike Johnson and still get to pretend that you are, on some planet, still a moderate. All of which is to say, Trumpism is alive and well in the GOP, and far from the fever breaking, it has fully enveloped that party.
Wow. As usual, don't forget, the man in the super nice sharp-ass suit, that's Brian Tyler Cohen. And if you haven't gone and liked and subscribed to Brian's channel, please support small media. Please support Brian Tyler Cohen, because unlike CNN, unlike Fox News, this man's out here just telling you what it is. He didn't make anything up. He's not lying. There's no out of context. Everything that he's showing you is exactly what it is. And will the real traditional conservatives please stand up? Because right now, the Republican Party looks like the party of Trump. It's not a Republican Party anymore. I wonder, is it going to take Donald Trump passing from this earth? Is that when everything's going to come back down to earth for Republicans? Is that when they're going to choose to do this? Because I just watched that 2025 Heritage Foundation bullshit. I'm going to tell you this, 920 pages of take away all your rights and make this nation a Christian nation. That is what that 2025 Heritage Foundation, their 920-page book, that's a George Martin book right there. That's what it says. Take away your right to say certain words. Take away your right to take away the right of the federal government to determine what sexual harassment is in a business, and allow any business to determine what it is. That's what it sounded like to me. You go read it. It's insane. Because on the left, when you look at some of the stuff that people have for conspiracy theories, and you read what they've been reading, you go, oh, okay, well, I guess you can see where you're going with that, but no, not in the rights book, in the 920-page Heritage Foundation Project 2025, it's straight up listed. Take these rights away. Make things this way. Tell them they can't do this. Cut the administrative wing of the government by 75%. No more FDA. No more Board of Education. No more telling businesses that they're not allowed to sexually harass their employees. They'll figure it out. I've been managing businesses for 20 years. I'm not interested in A, determining that, and B, fighting with everybody in the business over what it is. No, you should just know what it is. And that's why the federal government exists, is to make sure that there aren't small businesses, there aren't big businesses, there aren't medium-sized businesses out there doing stuff to their employees that they shouldn't be doing. That shit is insane. It's insane. Fatty, I gotta go watch that debate, dude. I didn't know that you were actually on that debate, so I'm going to watch it. Fatty, thank you for posting in the Discord. Peachtree, thank you for posting in the Discord. Renee, thank you for posting in the Discord. If you guys have not joined the Discord, please do so. You guys can get in there and talk to all your friends that you hang out with and chat. You guys can leave really bad videos like my wife does. All right. So we got to break it up after some crazy stuff like that, as always. So you guys know about Jenna Ellis. So now guys, in my video, my Sidney Powell video, I said the dominoes are falling, and this was just when Sidney Powell, okay, that was Scott Hall had flipped, and then Sidney Powell. So we were only 2 in, and I said, here they go. They're gonna start flipping. It's gonna happen. Also, we were all wrong because we all said Rudy Giuliani was gonna be the first. We were wrong. We were wrong, guys. We gotta admit that. And since that's happened, Jenna Ellis, Mark Meadows, Kenny Cheesebro. I'm going to call him Cheesebro. That's his name, is Cheesebro. Okay, Little Cheesebro. All of them have flipped. How long until Rudy Giuliani flips, guys? How long until Rudy Giuliani just gives it up and just with the stuff coming down his side of his face and just goes, he did it. He did it. It wasn't me. Because Rudy Giuliani can't survive in jail. But this is Jenna Ellis, guys. This is Jenna Ellis right here, who cried and told people that it wasn't her fault. Lincoln Project, of course, came through with the best video of all time.
In the wake of the 2020 presidential election,
Democrats are trying to manipulate the election.
I relied on others, including lawyers with many more years of experience than I, to provide me with true and reliable information.
You can get a bunch of lawyers to say anything, and they don't actually know what justice requires.
What I did not do, but should have done, Your Honor, was to make sure that the facts the other lawyers alleged to be true were in fact true.
This was a statement of fact that was ran as true, and when in fact it was knowingly false.
Dude, I miss Tucker face, guys. dude, I miss Tucker face, man. Look at Tucker face. Dude, imagine those two having a kid together. Imagine those two getting together and having a child. Woo! God, this is the end of civilization right here that we're looking at on the screen. That's the end of civilization, okay? When those two people are on TV talking like they're important, that's where we're screwed. Cheese and Kraken, James, that's amazing. Cheese and Kraken. How long before the Trump foon begs for a plea deal? Conspiracy, I don't think he does. I don't know if he's capable. I don't know if Donald Trump is capable of actually, I think he goes down just saying the whole time, it wasn't me, I don't. He literally said he didn't know Sidney Powell. The man tweeted about it. He is his own worst enemy. He is the worst criminal of all time. And anybody that follows that buffoon is just, they've lost their goddamn minds. Man, I started this a year ago trying to give people credit, trying to act like, okay, look, man, like everybody's got a dude they like. Everybody's willing to listen to some stuff people said that isn't true, and you know, they just want to have their guy in the race. No. We're done. Get on the right side of history. You guys are effing up. I'm trying to curse less.
False. I failed to do my due diligence.
And they never reached out to the campaign to verify.
In the frenetic pace of attempting to raise challenges.
We've done this on a very short time frame, and I'm very proud of all of the efforts of the Trump legal team.
If I knew then what I know now, I would have declined to represent Donald Trump.
Trump could literally cure cancer, and the Democrats would find...
I think that's the only thing that she said that's true. That if she knew what she knew now, she would not have supported Donald Trump's claims. If she would have known her ass was going to be in Georgia with Fannie Willis just handling her ass, just like holding her down and doing that like that loogie test on top of her forehead until she pled guilty and turned on Donald Trump, I don't think she would have done this. I think she would have bowed out. She would have went back to whatever small-time law firm that she was a part of before all this. And she would have just defended, you know, your run-of-the-mill criminals. That's the only thing I think that she said that is actually true. All those crocodiles. I'm so sorry. Leave Britney alone.
something wrong with it.
I look back on this whole experience with deep remorse.
Of course they knew, and they ran with these false statements anyway.
I have taken responsibility already before the Colorado bar who censured me.
She should be disbarred over this.
And I now take responsibility before this court and apologize to the people of Georgia.
Ultimately, our system of government will triumph because we have a wonderful constitution that is in place to protect that.
100%. Boy, Jenna, you hit that one right on the head. Ultimately, our justice system will triumph. And it is happening, and it feels so good. It's just week after week, guys. We get it on our Wednesday, every Wednesday now, and it just feels so good. It feels so good. And you know why it feels good? Here's the thing. All these other guys, when they're watching this stuff, when they're neck deep in the Kool-Aid, when they're halfway to the flight to Jonestown, they still know deep in their brain that they're full of shit. They still know that what's going on is completely and utterly garbage. But all of us, we get to sit here and we get to watch the actual facts. We get to watch Fannie Willis. We get to watch Jack Smith. Judge Chutkin. I hope I said her name right. Okay? Injuron. I can't say any of these judges' names. All the judges just working that ass. It is a beautiful, beautiful thing to watch, guys. And I'm here for it. I am so here for it. All right, guys. Once again, if you liked the video, support the Lincoln Project. Please support the Lincoln Project. Go hit subscribe, hit like, give them some views, leave it playing in the background. I do that. But support Small News. I don't know, Lincoln Project is Small News, but support them. We all know that Michael Cohen was just at the fraud trial. Michael Cohen did just testify. There was a moment where Donald Trump, during the fraud trial, decided that he had won because Michael Cohen apparently said, Donald Trump never told me specifically to inflate the numbers. But we all know how Donald Trump talks. So Donald Trump gets up and he leaves so excited. He's won the case. So fast that the Secret Service that's still attached to his ass, he shouldn't have Secret Service anymore. He's a traitor. All right, it's time to take that away. He exits courtroom. I won. At this point, it should be over. And his lawyers are in there. They're telling him that it should be over. The judge says no. The judge said there is so much evidence to the contrary of what Donald Trump believes that I could fill this entire courtroom with it. That's bad when the judge says that. That's bad for you. That's bad for you. He's in so much trouble. So anyways, I thought, why don't we come over here to Ben Mycelis, my guy Ben Mycelis, and Michael Cohen. They got a little thing going on here. They've done this a couple times. Political beatdown. I don't know if you guys watched it, but I do enjoy it. Michael Cohen made some mistakes. Needs to atone. This is how he's doing it.
To political
beatdown
Ben Mycelis. Michael
Sorry
Cohen,
for all the
look,
loud
who
clips.
better to talk to about what went down today than Michael Cohen? I was going to call you, Cohen, and just ask you, how are you doing? What went down? But I figured let's just do it live. So tell us, what's going on?
All right. So let me be clear that I literally just came home. And
so what do you guys think? What do you guys think about Michael Cohen? Do you forgive him for the BS? Because I don't completely forgive him. I think he's got some atonement. I think he's got to get out there and do the good works, because obviously he was on the side. He was on the dark side. And he's trying to come back to the light side, but I don't know that he's completely there yet. So what do you guys think about Michael Cohen?
And I receive a phone call from Ben, and all excited, what happened? What happened? The fireworks, what happened? I said, you know what? Before I share it with you, I think we should share it with the entire Brigader family. All right? Our entire political beatdown family. Here's something that was interesting. Political beatdown actually became a topic at the hearing. She wanted to know about my 2 podcasts, wanted to know how successful they are, how much revenue is the...
That is too funny. And you guys know, what happened. You guys know that Ben Mycelis from the Midas Touch, he was the catalyst for somebody finding what was it? It was about the clerk, the judge's clerk, where Donald Trump had posted that she was having an affair with Chuck Schumer, and therefore she shouldn't be in the court. She shouldn't be allowed to advise the judge. And so the judge put the gag order on it, not because he's trying to silence Donald Trump, but because he's trying to keep the people in his courtroom safe, because he knows there's a bunch of nutcases out there that would attack this woman. So he tells him that he has to take it down. Donald Trump, being the gigantic effing child that he is, says, oh, yeah, I took it down. I took it down. It's gone. You don't have to worry about it. And what does he do? He puts it on a website instead. And somebody from the Midas Touch, either a fan or maybe an orbiter, went and found that. And it got brought to the to Jackson, the attorneys, Jackson, the prosecutors' attention, and she brought it to the judge's attention, and the judge told him he will put him in jail. He will put him in jail if he does it again. And in doing so, he brought charges of, what was it, $10,000 today, a $10,000 fine against Donald Trump for once again saying something about his court clerk and acting like he was talking about Michael Cohen. This judge and all these judges are absolutely amazing. Is my stream skippy? Is it being skippy right now?
Is determined. Do you have advertisers? So I said to her, I was like, what? What kind of relevance is my podcasts with Ben or mine on my own? What's the relevance to this case? To which the judge acknowledged, and it moved on. But how stupid, because they actually know how successful Political Beatdown is, how successful Patreon is. They're following everything. I wouldn't be shocked if one of the people that's on there is probably them in disguise. But several things happened today. First and foremost, they fell flat on their face as it related to impeaching me, my credibility, and so on. Yes, I acknowledge there are things that I did wrong. I acknowledged it. However, one of the things they tried to do is to impeach me, where I turn around and I say it on this podcast, on Mea Culpa, on television, in my books, both Disloyal and Revenge, that I did not commit tax evasion. I didn't. And the fact that I did not misrepresent anything to the bank in order to determine a HELOC. And so we tried to get in the Petrillo sentencing memo. That was my lawyer, which the judge truly ignored. And right now that's going to be briefed. So we'll see what happens with it down the road. But it makes no difference, because afterwards the judge...
And didn't Donald Trump also... Didn't he lose his defamation suit, or he dropped it against Cohen as well? You guys are getting some lag. You're getting lag tonight. Let me check my settings. Let's see stream health. It says excellent connection, guys. Also, if you haven't liked the stream, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe if you're not subscribed. Help support. It's totally free. You don't have to do anything. But if you want to join up for 10 cents a day, you can support a Soulless Ginger. Says excellent on my side. Sorry, guys. I'm going to blame YouTube. It's got to be YouTube's fault, because it cannot possibly be my fault right now. We'll go like this. That way I can keep an eye on it. Redonk says it's fine. Redonk says it's fine. It must be Bucket and Renee's fault. You guys, it's all your guys' fault. Let's see. James says he has a high-powered lawyer, but he deserves the 36 months he did, but he only lied once. That seems to be true, right? You're okay with him being angry? I'm okay with that too, Nathan. All right. Okay. Well, that's good to hear, because I'm a path to redemption guy. I'm a path to redemption. If he has done what he's done, and he understands that what he needs to do is get back out of that and get back on the right side of history, I'm 100% with that. For all the Trump supporters out there, if you want to just go ahead and say it and just say, hey, we messed up, we made a mistake, I want to get on the right side of history, I'm making a mistake, and you don't vote for Trump in the next election, Path to redemption. We're all Americans. There's forgiveness to be had. We can all be friends. But if you're going to double down and you're going to just you don't care about the facts, you don't care about laws, you're still an American, but you're full of shit. At the end of the day, if you are sitting here watching all these trials going on that Donald Trump is being held highly accountable for. I mean, the only ones he's not are in Florida right now, and that's because Eileen Cannon is a simp for Trump. She thinks that he's going to win, and when he does, she's going to get like a Supreme Court justice. How much you want to make a bet? That's what it is. That's what it is. She thinks she's going to get put on the Supreme Court. She thinks she's going to win her way into it eventually. But she's not, because Donald Trump's going to prison. It's all going to fall apart. All these people, if they think Donald's going to get in and he's going to pardon them, it's going to be a sad, sad ending to this story.
Judge was asked by one of the attorneys. They made a motion in order to dismiss the case, a directed verdict. And the judge looked and he was like, what? So he goes, we're making a motion for a directed verdict based on the fact that Mr. Cohen is a convicted perjurer. And that, I mean, this is definitely a Trump play out of a playbook, and it fucking fell short like you can't imagine. They thought they were going to get a directed verdict based upon the fact that they took one line, which is actually not inaccurate, though it's not clear, but they thought they were going to get one line out of a 500-page congressional hearing and use that to impeach my credibility and to get a directed verdict. Not once, but twice, they made motions for a directed verdict to which the judge ultimately said, absolutely not, absolutely denied. And with that, Trump threw his hands up, starts yelling like the diaper Donald baby that he is. And, oh, I didn't get my way, I didn't get my way, thinking that Michael Cohen is the only witness. He's the key witness. The judge turned around and said, Michael Cohen may or may not be the key witness. There are many witnesses.
I think what he actually said was Michael Cohen is not the star witness. From what I read, it was Michael Cohen is not even close to the star witness. There's so many other people that are more credible and so much more information and evidence that's more credible that even if I were to dismiss Michael Cohen's testimony, there would still be a mountain of evidence that you're at fault, that this is fraud.
Here. In fact, there's enough documentation already on this case to fill up this courtroom. So he goes, no. And Donald was so fucking angry, he picked himself up and he ran out, kicking and screaming, yelling.
Yep, that's
Literally,
when it happened.
They thought that by trying to denigrate me, if I tell you, and the record comes out, I'm going to do a search, how many times that these fucking lawyers for Donald Turner.
I like that I'm trying not to curse, and then I watch a video of Michael Cohen, and he just curses up a storm.
Around and called me a perjurer, a convicted felon, a liar. It's got to be in the thousands. Every other word by each and every one of them was felon, liar, convicted liar. That I don't even know when I'm lying because I'm just a liar. Meanwhile, I didn't lie on this. Why? Because I accepted the plea. I took the plea because, as you all know, when I first spoke with the prosecutors at the SDNY, I did. I lied to the judge.
At least he
accepted the plea when he said, did you commit this crime? And I said, yes. Why? Because if I did.
And see, that's the thing. You got to be able to say, yes, I did it. And Donald Trump is never going to be able to say, yes, I did it. It's just not going to happen. He's never going to admit it. Even if he goes to prison, he'll never admit it. It's like he is completely incapable of honesty. He's not going to be able to say, I made a mistake. That's why I don't think he'll even plea it. I don't think he'll be able to make a plea deal. I think he knows that no matter what the sentence is, He's going to prison for the rest of his life because he doesn't have much left to go. I think he hangs on this entire time all the way till the end. As insane as that is.
Didn't, in 48 hours, they were coming to my house with an 80-page indictment that was going to include my wife. I mean, I would fucking lie to God to protect her. And the fact that they know this, and everybody knew this, it's not like anything I'm saying now is new. I've been saying this since 5 years ago. So, look, that got shut down. He freaked out. Now, here was the big Keppa of the day. And it should have been dual. There should be duality in this. Donald attacked me again on his Truth Social posts, which he was warned not to do. And at the same time, after I left from the first break, he goes out and he sees all of the cameras. I mean, the gaggle there was like 400 or 500, and he can't help himself. So he stands in front of the gaggle and he starts to attack the judge. And in so doing, calling the judge a partisan hack, this or that, and that's okay. The judge doesn't care because the judge doesn't have it as part of the gag order. But what the judge does have as part of the gag order is it's the law clerk. And he says, I will not permit you to abuse my staff. You don't realize that your words can get somebody hurt or worse, killed.
Yeah.
Put that guy's fat ass onto the stand and under oath, make him explain who the person, because he doesn't say her by name or even she. He just says the person next to the judge. That, of course, is the law clerk. He then turns around and lies. Why? Because he's a fucking perjurer himself, the biggest liar on the planet. He goes ahead and he says, I wasn't talking about her. I was talking about Michael Cohen. And so the judge, nobody in the courtroom believed a single thing that was coming out of his mouth. And of course, his lawyers start to advocate for him because they're just sycophantic morons themselves. So all of a sudden, the judge turns around and goes, I don't believe you, and fines him $10,000 and also warns him that one more time, if you do it, there's going to be very significant and severe consequences. So
put his ass in jail.
Let's just all acknowledge that Donald can't keep his mouth shut. He had to try to steal the thunder, the spotlight. He does. The worst thing is to put him in front of a camera because every time he does, he implicates himself on something.
No
and
doubt.
So those are the two big takeaways. I am now
like, how could it not be their like prime objective to keep Donald Trump off of social media and out of the spotlight? If you're Donald Trump's lawyer, is there any way that you're not telling him, stay out from in front of the camera, stay off of social media? I can't believe that there's anybody left that would defend Donald Trump. It's got to be career suicide to do so. It's insane.
Finished. I am done. I've met my obligation. I feel very confident in the testimony. I do believe, as I had stated on Redirect, that Donald is like a mob boss. He does not tell you, for example, oh, go and inflate. No. He tells you, I'm not worth $5, maybe I'm worth $6 or $8 billion. And so you two, go to the room and go figure it out. You know what he wants to do. He may not say it specifically, but then again, as I've always said, I've said it in the first book, Disloyal. I said it in the second book, Revenge. I talk about it on Mea Culpa. I talk about it here in Political Beatdown. Donald speaks like a mob boss.
Yep.
Plain and simple. End of story. And you know what?
And I've been saying that forever. He is the king of indirect, direct speech. He is the type of person, when he stood up there at the insurrection, everybody, he didn't tell him to go do it. No, but he said a lot of things that implicated that they should, or implied that they should. He always says things in a manner that is not direct, because he's like constantly aware that what he's doing is dishonest and he shouldn't be doing it, but can't stop himself from doing it. So instead what he does is he says things, they're not exactly what he means. They're kind of what he means, but not exactly. So that way he has plausible deniability. Constantly does that. And he's just saying exactly what I've been saying this whole time, and that is what Donald Trump does. Donald Trump always tries to leave himself an out. But the problem is he can't leave himself an out because every time he gives himself an out, he stuffs his foot in his mouth and closes the door on his foot. Because he's not smart enough to realize that he had left himself a back door. But then if he goes out and tweets or truths or gets in front of a camera and implicates himself, that the door shuts in his face. He's just not smart enough to know that. He's a terrible criminal.
They hurt themselves with the attempted impeachment of me on everything. It was an absolutely worthless exercise for them. And you know what? I am more certain today than I have ever been that Donald Trump is going to face very significant accountability.
Wow.
You've said afterwards in
Dude,
a
that was a
very
rant.
short press conference that you
That was
gave,
like 8 minutes.
that when you saw Donald Trump, when you looked at him, and you've known him for a very long period of time, although you haven't seen him in 5 years being in a room, that he looked like a defeated man. Can you elaborate on what you meant by that?
Yeah, look at how much weight the mango Mussolini, the mango moose knuckle. Look at how much weight he's lost. Donald Trump has not been that slim in a long time. He might be down to 215 now, guys. Because his ass is under stress right now because he knows he is effed. He knows it's over. The gig is up. There's too much. 91 felonies, 4 indictments, multiple civil and criminal cases. He's done. He's done, son. He's done.
And especially, when he went running out of there after their motion for a directed verdict was denied twice. He throws his hands up. He gets all angry. He actually thought that he was going to be victorious, and he built up into his head the fact that they were going to be victorious. So I don't know if Salty, if he has the clip, love to show it, and then I'll explain a little more.
Yeah, let's play that clip if we got it, Salty.
Here he goes. Oh, this is when he ran out. This is when he was like, I won. Just the way he comes out like that. Just his hand. What's up with the hands, man? What is up with the hands? Oh, Jesus.
Admitted that we won the trial, and the judge should end this trial immediately. Thank you.
I won. I won again. Never seen her. I won again.
I mean, when was the last time that you ever saw Trump in front of a microphone in under 5 seconds?
Right.
And listen to the way he's speaking, like he ran out of oxygen in his lungs. The judge is really, and it's really unfair. And all of a sudden, then you got Eric sitting there patting him on the back. Like, hey, don't worry, Dad. Don't worry, Dad. You better start worrying because there's going to be a real problem here.
What's your final message? We're going to go on Political Beatdown tomorrow. I want to remind everybody as well to support the show. There's no outside investors for the Midas Touch Network or this show, and the way we keep building things like MidasTouch.com, the way we build out the show is through our Patreon. Go to patreon.com/political beatdown, patreon.com/political beatdown, and we have a bunch of great exclusive features on Patreon. We're going to now be announcing as well the live Zoom where you could meet Michael Cohen as well as one of the great Patreon.
Let's get that going. Let's get that going real quick.
Yeah,
you know?
we will. Let's figure out the exact day to announce that, but we're going to announce that in the next 24 hours. So make sure everybody joins patreon.com/political beatdown. Just kind of finally, Cohen, after you completed your testimony, there's obviously a lot more witnesses who are going to be coming in. What's your kind of final message to Donald Trump, the Trump kids in general, people who are there?
Sure. So this case, according to Judge Engoron, is over December 22. And you know, I actually thought I was going to be on for more than 2 days. You know, I'm thankful that I'm not. It's an exhausting experience. But as I said before, I am more certain today. Nothing that they asked me hasn't been asked and answered a dozen times. A dozen. So what they thought they were getting out of this, how they thought they were going to end up getting a directed verdict, what? I mean, somewhere along the line, this C-team group of lawyers, these bunch of just fucking assholes, especially this Chris Kise. God damn, he's sitting there attacking me on a regular basis.
Man.
Oh, I'm a serial liar. And so what am I fucking...
Dude, this has to be therapeutic for Mr. Cohen. This has to be pretty therapeutic. You just come on here and just talk mad shit after being on the stand. Oh, man. Dr. G explains body language expert. The tiny hands are a show of power. Wide shoulders, puffy chests, extra large word salad. All of that makes sense. All of that makes sense, Fatty.
You know,
Thank you.
tricks. You know, I'm a lying rabbit. I mean, I don't even understand what the hell he's talking about. Everything that I say is a lie. Really? I was going to turn around, but I couldn't because, of course, I'm on the stand. Really? Was I lying when I said before Congress that Donald does not beat Melania, that he never beat her up in an elevator, which was a story? It's not true. Was I lying when I said that I do not believe that the story on the P-tape, the one that took place in Russia, in Moscow,
The P-tape
is legitimate?
Oh,
I think
P-tape.
it's a lie. Was I lying then? What about all of the other things that I turn around that nobody seems? So and look, he's just an asshole, right? How many times? 4 times he turned around. He told us that he has tested that he's been before the Supreme Court of the United States. So what? Neil Katyal's been up like what, 40 times? Big deal. I mean, if that's your practice, that's your practice. Good for you. How about this one, Mr. 4-time Supreme Court, attorney? You lost. And you're losing this case, and you're losing it miserably because whoever it is that's coming up with the strategy is as big an asshole as you. You know, because this isn't even a full beatdown, I can't even give him the 2-finger salute. Though, you know what? Fuck it. There you go. That's what you deserve, you stupid asshole.
Oh,
right?
man.
Keep your fucking opinions and your nastiness to yourself. And why don't you concentrate on trying to create an argument that could help your client instead?
All right, I like him a little bit more now. He's making me like him now.
Twice. The fucking idiot gets twice sanctioned, $5,000 and $10,000. And the next one, I won't be surprised if Engoron. First of all, I don't think he's coming back. That's number one, because he can't help himself.
You don't think he's even going to testify?
No.
Wow.
No, I do not. He can't afford to testify. Any question that he refuses to answer becomes major news. And in all fairness, he lies about everything.
Yeah,
it's funny that they're deflecting on me. This fucker even lied today to the judge. He lies with impunity, for God's sakes. Google it, my brigaders. Google it and see how many times did he lie to the American people during his 4-year administration, greater than 35,000.
30,000. Yep. Yeah.
I lied.
Dude.
I said I pled guilty
not
to
wrong.
things I didn't do, like the tax evasion. But I've been saying the same thing, literally, in this Petrillo sentencing memo. I ask everybody, look it up. I mean, you could read it, especially pages like 14 to 17. It's spelled out right there. I haven't changed my story. All right. So, look, I'm going to continue to push. I'm going to continue to fight. I have more. There's, as you know, in March, there's the criminal case, the District Attorney of New York case. So I got to, think about that, too. But I will continue to push to ensure that Donald is held accountable, because you may have seen me yesterday in front of the gaggle when I said this is not Michael Cohen versus Donald Trump or Donald Trump versus Michael Cohen, even if that's what he wants.
Right.
This is all about holding him accountable.
Damn right.
Plain and simple. And we brigaders, we will hold him accountable. Rest assured, because again, I have never been more sure, especially after the testimony that I provided on direct, that Donald Trump will be held accountable, and the number is going to be real significant.
We'll leave it on that note. Tomorrow is our regularly scheduled political beatdown. We will see everybody there 1:30 Pacific, 4:30 Eastern. Be there for political beatdown. We will also be doing our usual after shows tomorrow. We will be announcing when we will be doing our live Zoom. I want to thank everybody for watching. Make sure you go to patreon.com/political beatdown right now. patreon.com/political beatdown. You could message Michael Cohen directly, and you could meet Michael Cohen when we do our Zoom chat in the next.
Have you ever noticed sometimes I'm like answering people at 1 o'clock in the morning? I really do. I really do have a sleeping problem. You know?
And it's really.
Oh man, me and you both, Michael. Me and you both. I can understand the sleeping problems. But see, that's what I'm saying, man. I like watching this stuff because you get to see who these people actually are. You get to hear it in their own words. So it's like a lot of like what I know about Michael Cohen is what I've heard, what I've seen, what I've read, but not like from Michael Cohen. So I really enjoy being able to actually like sit here with you guys and watch these videos and get a real understanding of who these people are as human beings. Same thing goes for Donald Trump. When you sit down, you think, oh, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna see this person, he's gonna be different than he's than the media makes him out to be. And then you see, no, he's just who he is. He's just exactly who he is. He's the same person that everybody thinks he is, except for his cult. His cult are the only people that don't think that he is this person. That's it. That's it. All right. I'm going to break it up, and then we got one more news story, and then it's time for illness or education. So prepare yourselves. Prepare yourselves. Because it's going to be fun. All right. So we're going to watch. This is a Lincoln Project from, it looks like it's one of Trump's rallies. Trump claiming that Biden is not capable.
We have a man that's not capable. He's not capable. You know how you spell us, right? You spell us, U.S. I just picked that up. Has anyone ever thought of that? I just picked that up. I'm a very handsome person, so I guess a lot of you want to sit. They want to sit and look at me because I'm like a beauty pageant. Elegant, beautiful, eloquent, elegant.
Dude, I mean, I'm kind of torn, guys. I'm torn because I'm like, who would pay money to go watch this dude be a clown? But then I'm like, who wouldn't pay money to watch this guy be a clown? I mean, at the end of the day, it's pretty good live theater. And I've said this a couple times in the past few weeks, is that imagine if no one had actually voted for Donald Trump the first time and made him the president. We could have had all of this awesomeness. We could have laughed at his dumb comments and all the dumb shit he does, and none of the negative. None of it. So it's squarely on the people's shoulders that voted for Donald Trump. You guys ruined this. If you voted for Donald Trump, you ruined it. We could have all been laughing at Donald Trump being a complete buffoon without ever having to worry about the negative consequences of him possibly being the president of the United States. It's their fault. I blame them.
And eloquent. A couple of days I'm reading and it said us. And I said, you know, if you think about it, us equals U.S. Isn't that?
First of all, no effing way he was reading anything. Somebody told him that. Somebody told Donald Trump, you should say that. He wasn't reading anything. This man does not read.
I did nothing wrong at all. Viktor Orban. Did anyone ever hear of him? He's probably he's the leader of, right? He's the leader of Turkey.
No.
I don't mind being Nelson Mandela.
Hungary.
And I'll tell you, does anybody want to hear the snake?
Hungry.
No,
Sorry.
they're releasing proof
Oh,
more
not
and
the
more.
snake.
I did nothing wrong at all. In fact, my boxes, it was secure. It was everything was good. With the garage door, you can cut those doors open with a scissor.
My boxes were secure.
I'd hit him right in that fake nose. That fake nose. They'd have plastic lying all over the floor. If
Oh my
they'd say
God.
I was violent.
Oh, he's trying to be violent now. Look at him. He's trying to be a strong man. Holy Jesus. He is trying to play strongman. Wow.
Trump is facing indictment. This is a Biden indictment. They've never said Trump's a great speaker.
Oh, the truth. Oh, man. Oh, man. All right. All right. So, no.
Laundering speech. President Joe Biden is calling for $100 billion of funding for Israel, Taiwan, and Ukraine. Are we supposed to just bundle these together and pretend like we're going to rush to World War III and we're all just going to let Hillary Rodham just sit here? Okay.
I'm sorry. You know, this is not the way to have a conversation. If you want to have a conversation,
Good job, Hillary.
You're welcome to come talk to me afterwards.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
You're going to wait for me, right?
I will wait for you, and I will listen to you, and I will respond to you. But right.
Respectfully, I do not believe.
Well, that just.
The matter is that the
just.
American people's voice are being heard.
Yeah, they are being heard.
The president is not speaking for the American people.
Well, that's your opinion. That's your opinion.
Yes, that's my opinion.
But let's sit down. We've heard your opinion.
Dude, see what I'm saying? There's a big difference. I didn't even mean to watch that. Like, we watched it just that was freestyling. Freestyling the live stream. There's a huge difference between how Hillary Clinton handled that and how almost anybody on the right would handle that. Like, DeSantis would have like fidgeted and then seizured a little bit and tried to smile, but he's incapable of smiling. Maybe Chris Christie would have handled that well. I think Nikki Haley would have handled that well, to be honest with you. Maybe even Tim Scott. He might have handled that. Vivek would have just... He would just smile like a moron. That's what Vivek does anytime somebody talks at him. He just smiles like a moron. Donald Trump would have just been an a-hole. He would have just been an a-hole. Hillary Clinton handled that very well. So I'll hang around afterwards. I'll talk to you. I'm not even going to say that she was going to. But it was the appropriate way to handle that. Like, that was on Fox News, too. So you know that was, like, the worst possible, like, view of it you could possibly have. All right. So we talked about this. Yeah, the new speaker would have just told him to shut up. Would have just yelled at him to shut up. Okay. So as you all know, Mark Meadows has flipped on Donald Trump in the January 6th trial that's coming up March 4th. March 4th, we'll be looking at Donald Trump versus Mark Meadows, who he has said nothing but good things about. And undeniably, he has worked with. This is one he can't. He can't just say, I never saw him, never heard of him. But he will. He'll probably say he doesn't know who Mark Meadows is. Here we go. So this is the Young Turks. We're going through the gambit here. We went through the Midas. We went through Brian. We go Young Turks. And then after that is illness or education.
Flipped in the election interference case that is being brought forth by special counsel Jack Smith. Now, we have some word in regard to the various times Mark Meadows spoke to special counsel Jack Smith and provided him cooperating information about Donald Trump and his role in attempting to overturn the election. Now, I want to be clear that we don't know the entirety of what Mark Meadows has told Jack Smith, but here's what we know as reported by ABC News. Mark Meadows has spoken with special counsel Jack Smith's team at least 3 times this year, including once before a federal grand jury, which came only after Smith granted Meadows immunity to testify under oath, according to sources familiar with the matter. The sources said Meadows informed Smith's team that he repeatedly told Trump in the weeks after the 2020 presidential election that the allegations of significant voting fraud coming to them were baseless. Now, clearly, Mark Meadows carried himself very differently, publicly speaking, and his book contradicts what he has been telling Jack Smith, according to this reporting. But he even told Jack Smith that he felt that Trump was a dishonest actor, a liar, if you will. Meadows also told the federal investigators Trump was being dishonest with the public when he first claimed to have won the election only hours after polls closed on November 3rd, 2020, before final results were even in.
Like, how do you... He's screwed, right? Like, there's no way you can get out of this. This is a dude that you work with, hand in hand. One of the guys that he was saying is one of the people that told him he had to do this. This is probably why he flipped on him. Because Donald Trump tried to shove them all directly under the wheels of the bus. And he didn't think these people were going to flip on him. He refused to pay the lawyer's fee for all these people that are defending him. He didn't think that they were going to flip on him. He didn't think that they were going to testify eventually. He's insane. He's the worst criminal of all time.
Obviously, we didn't win, a source quoted Meadows as telling Smith's team in hindsight. Now, keep in mind, Meadows is not someone who has had any bad blood with Trump yet. Right. I'm very curious to see what Trump thinks about Meadows after he reads this reporting. Up until now, he has only said complimentary things about Mark Meadows. He has referred to him as a great chief of staff, a special friend, if you will. I mean, he's certainly special when it comes to this case.
Helping the special prosecutor.
Yeah, well, yeah. So look, there's more that we have learned about what Meadows has told Jack Smith, including the contradictions between what he's told Smith and what he wrote in his book. But before we get to that, Cenk, thoughts?
So first thought is, ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
No,
down goes Meadows. No, not Trump.
Okay.
Meadows. Okay.
I thought you were having a, mission accomplished moment.
No. We know.
Sorry.
We know.
No.
Okay, so down goes Meadows for now. And down goes as in he got an immunity deal, so he's going to be all right, presumably. But the most important thing is, in order to get this deal, he had to give the goods. And so apparently already testified in front of a grand jury, so this thing is locked in.
Wow.
You can't untestify. That stuff will be used against you later if you squelch on the deal. Then you go to prison for sure, because you're on the record as both with Jack Smith in person and otherwise. So it looks like this thing is locked in stone. I hope that's what it looks like. It just broke. And then so Trump will turn on him viciously. He'll go from great guy, special friend to I was a loser. I always knew it. Okay, guys, this is his chief of staff. He knows exactly what they lied about in regards to the 2020 election, and exactly what. Look, the big thing that we're all looking for here is the fake elector scheme. How much information does he have on that? Now Cheesebro's flipped, and he wrote the fake elector documents. Sidney Powell's flipped. Jenna Ellis is flipped. We're going to get to that next. And now down goes Meadows for the first time in a long time, including Trump is in criminal trouble. In New York on the fraud case, he's in civil and financial trouble, and that's very real, and that's why he's so worried about the New York case. But this is the first time in a criminal case where I think, wow, are they actually going to get him?
So a few things I
so
think
much trouble
is worth mentioning. So Mark Meadows has not been indicted in any of these cases, whether we're talking about the Georgia election interference case or special counsel Jack Smith's federal criminal case in regard to election interference. So it is interesting to me that Mark Meadows wanted to ensure immunity before providing any testimony to Jack Smith or to his prosecutorial team. The only thing that we know of Mark Meadows engaging in was he was the individual who set up the phone call between Trump and the Georgia Secretary of State, Brad Raffensperger. He also, of course, repeated some of the lies, the baseless notion that there was widespread voter fraud. Now, what he says isn't the problem, right? That's actually protected speech. The question is, did Mark Meadows engage in any activity that could be criminal in regard to this case? Because, look, he wanted immunity. Why would you want immunity unless you did something wrong?
Yeah, and so that is Mark Meadows and Jenna Ellis and Sidney Powell and all of those people saying, yeah, we were in a criminal conspiracy
did bad
together.
stuff. Yeah.
You don't get an immunity deal because you lied to your parents and it was slightly immoral. No, this is for legal matters, criminal legal matters. You have to admit, we did this crime together, and here's my evidence on the rest of my co-conspirators on the crime we committed.
Right.
So understand the weight of this thing. And the crime they committed was a crime against the United States of America.
And its voters, the will of the American people and our electoral process, who we, the majority.
And as soon as people started flipping, you know that every other person that was being indicted was losing their shit, okay? There is absolutely no way, if you know that you guys did some bad stuff, if you did crime together, okay? And you know, as long as all of you guys don't say anything, you're probably going to get away with it. But the moment that one person flipped, everything changed. And it started, yeah, I know, you like that, James? You like that, James? It's kind of a Trump look. The moment that one person flipped, the whole game changed. Even if it was just that Scott Hall guy, the moment that he flipped, the moment that he was like, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to prison for this guy, everybody else, they got a little antsy. And this has just changed the entire landscape of these trials. And it's gonna ripple. Because like I said before, Georgia is just a setup for January. For the January 6th trial. Because at the end of the day, that's going to be the one that puts him in jail. If he goes one for Georgia, he's even worse off because there's no parole. No pardon for 5 years. You have to do 5 years. But what this is all setting him up for is the trial that Mark Meadows is in. And Mark Meadows is in the January 6th trial that happens March 4th. This is all bad for Donald, and he knows it.
Many of us wanted to be the president of the United States. Mark Meadows, along with all of these other individuals within Donald Trump's team and Trump himself, wanted to overturn the results of our democratic process and go against the will of the American people. And I am curious, now that so many people in Trump's orbit have flipped, I mean, is Vivek Ramaswamy going to continue arguing that Trump did nothing wrong? That his behavior...
I was just thinking of Anna. Owning Vivek last week. Tyvek just getting his ass handed to him by Anna last week was one of the best moments on stream I think I've ever had before. Dude, she wrecked Tyvek. She had to bring that up. What did he say? What's your name? Shut the hell up. Dude, Vivek with a stupid ass file. All he can do, dude. All he can do.
Was protected by the First Amendment?
You know, so Anna, it's funny you say that because on social media I put out just a couple of hours ago, not knowing anything about Mark Meadows at that moment, we've got to get every single Republican on the record about 2020.
Yes.
And the questions have to be relentless, and the press should not ask them anything until they answer the question.
Hold on. Well, we got a Brian Tyler a sharp suit Cohen. That just happened a minute ago. Okay, we're gonna break away from Jank and Anna circle jerking to check out the Brian Tyler Cohen because we want to see what that is. What do we got? Breaking. You guys gotta give me links. You know how old I am. You guys know I can't. You guys know I can't operate the internets. 2 minutes ago.
Some breaking news here. According to CNN, prosecutors in Fulton County, Georgia have discussed plea deals with an additional six co-defendants who've been charged in Trump's RICO case regarding his efforts to overturn the 2020 election. This development comes in the immediate aftermath of the news that Trump attorney Jenna Ellis has pleaded guilty and begun cooperating with prosecutors, joining Trump attorney Sidney Powell, Trump attorney Kenneth Chesbrough, and bail bondsman Scott Hall. And by the way, the fact that more co-defendants are now making a mad dash to cooperate with prosecutors is not a surprise at all.
Right?
Will there
Thank
come
you,
a
Brian.
point where
Thank you,
prosecutors
Brian.
won't accept any more flips because they've already got what they need? And if so, would that really create a mad dash right now among the remaining co-defendants to go to Fani Willis's office to cooperate?
Yeah, another great question. So when I was involved in large RICO cases, and we would indict more than 24 people in one of the cases, there are times where you start pleading people out without cooperation. Why? Because you don't need them. So for example...
Nah, Bucket, I think they're saying 6 more. I think they're saying they are discussing plea deals with 6 more people. So that would bring, I mean, you've got Cheese Bro, Powell, Hall, Ellis, and then you've got 6 more. So that's 10 of 18 so far, counting the diaper Don, okay? 10 of 18. And then if Meadows has flipped for immunity in the January trial, you can expect that he's most likely flipping in the Georgia trial. I wonder if he's one of the 6. If he's not one of the 6, we're talking 11 out of 18. Dude, we're talking about more than 50% of the people that are on trial with Donald Trump are going to testify against him.
All of these bail bondsmen, the sort of lowest rung on the criminal ladder down in Georgia, Fani Willis might say, listen, we are so far past what you could have provided if you...
Oh, and I forgot too. Fatty, thank you for reminding me. The IT guy in Mar-a-Lago also has flipped on Trump. Jesus. When the ship's going down, the rat's abandoned. Okay, that's what happens. Captain going down with a ship.
You were a cooperating
Bye,
witness.
bud.
We don't need you. So they start to make what are called non-cooperation plea offers just to cull out some of the folks who are no longer important to what Fani Willis is trying to build. Now, the flip side of it is Fani Willis might say to people, look, we don't need you anymore, so we're not going to extend you any kind of plea offer. You're on your own. Here's the only thing that will be left for those defendants to do. They can take what we often refer to as a soldier plea. What that means is they can walk into court, they can plead guilty to every count in the indictment just to have it over if there are no plea offers being extended by the prosecutors. But then they are facing a ton of potential jail time if they end up pleading guilty to all counts, including the lead charge, which is the RICO conspiracy count, which carries a mandatory minimum of 5 years and up to 20 years in prison. So, you know, Fani Willis seems to be holding all the cards, and it's just a question of how she wants to play those cards with respect to the remaining defendants.
I've even discussed the possibility that all of the co-defendants in the Georgia trial could flip on Donald Trump with my Legal Breakdown co-host Glenn Kirshner. We've spoken about this in the past, but it's worth reiterating now in light of Ellis's flip. Might we actually see every co-defendant in Fulton County, Georgia flip on Donald Trump here?
I think the answer is yes. We may see everybody other than Donald Trump actually accept responsibility for their crimes, plead guilty, and agree to testify against whatever defendants might remain. But with each passing day and with each new, guilty plea with cooperation, each new flipper, I think the odds are going up that we may see everybody plead guilty in the Georgia State RICO case, with the exception of Donald Trump.
And as always, to see more episodes of the Legal Breakdown, make sure to subscribe to this channel.
All right. Well then. All right, we're not gonna watch the whole thing because I want you guys. It just came out a few minutes ago. I don't want to watch the whole thing. We want people to go watch Brian Tyler Cohen. So please do go watch the rest of the video. Make sure to give it a like. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't. Don't forget to give mine a like. Don't forget to give me a subscription because I'm here doing the thing too. I'm not Brian Tyler Cohen, but I hope to be one day. Just have a suit like that. Half yacht going down. That's one of the things that happens with half yachts. Yeah, their new name is Flippers. Flipper Anderson. All right. Okay, guys. So that's that. Usually at this point, I would have a segue. I'm going to have a segue. I'm going to have a little trailer just like I did. Okay? So, we don't. So here you guys go. You guys get to watch the news one more time. Okay, you guys ready for this? Here it comes. And that was the news with Progressive Matters. All right. So now I hope you guys are ready. It's that time of the night. Hopefully Redonk hasn't fallen asleep because this is his game. We made this game for Redonk. And I didn't, okay, Redonk did tell me I'm supposed to like vet all these videos before I watch them, but I didn't have enough time because I have a job. And I had to like do a bunch of stuff when I got home. So I didn't get to watch all of them, but I vetted some of them. Okay. So if you guys all remember the rules from last week, the rules are we are going to vote. It is going to either be illness, education, or we've been trolled. Okay? Illness or education. The theme song reminds me of Kingdom Hearts. Oh, no shit. Okay. Why are you in pain, Redonk? You okay, buddy? Don't be in pain, bro. Okay. So we go ill or ed. Oh, guess number 1. Guess number 1. I am taking suggestions for the new illness or education segue. If you have any suggestions for music, if you have any suggestions for stuff that you guys would like to see, you let me know, okay? Okay, so it is illness, education, or did we just get trolled? Okay? Do you have the King's disease, Redonk? Do you have the gout? Is that what's going on? Okay. Okay, Redonk's going, moon landing was fake. That's illness in my opinion, okay? Let's get a full shot. All right, what do we have going on? He has an I Am Awesome t-shirt, which I'm going to admit I wish I had, okay? It's a poorly trimmed beard. It's okay though, it's not bad. But the hair that's coming out of the hat, that looks stringy. I'm going to guess he doesn't shower a lot. Being a ginger, I know a lot about skin conditions. It looks as though he's a little ruddy, a little thick-skinned. I'm going to guess maybe like a psoriasis or something like that. And then that sweet-ass autographed Trump Take America Back hat. That screams mental illness right there. Okay. So it looks like, guys, from voting, pre-vote says illness. Oh, we went to 50%. We're at 50%, guys. Now we're going to watch the clip. We're going to skip this ad. We don't need this ad. No ads. No ads. YouTube's trying to just trying to screw my game up. No ads. I saved you guys from the ads. All right. Illness, education, or are we being trolled? Illness at 67%. And at the end, you guys get to determine illness or education.
If Trump were
this one's low.
Convicted
of course,
of any
this
of
one's
the things
low.
that he's been indicted for, is there anything that would disqualify him from your vote?
No, 'cause, I mean, he ain't the first one. Look at Clinton, look at Biden taking money from other countries.
But in fairness, none of them have been indicted. We've never had a president indicted. Now that he's been indicted, is there anything that makes you feel like, maybe he's not the right person?
No, sir.
Is there anything you could imagine him doing?
I like that there's already police tape back there. They know there's going to be a crime committed.
Doing that would disqualify him from your vote?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Not right offhand. I want to think of right now.
We had somebody earlier tell us that if Trump was standing on the steps of the White House and murdered someone, he'd still vote for him. Same with you?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I like Trump.
I like Trump.
Something about him.
Have a great day. Thanks a lot. Is there anything that would
All right. What's the judgment? Guess number 1. We're counting this one down. We're counting this one down, guys. Illness or education? I'm going illness, dude. That was rough. I don't think that man is sane. He said that he would vote for him even if he shot a person because he likes him. He likes him. Karen, what's happening, Karen? Definitely illness. All right, we're closing the poll. Poll number 1 closing. Poll number 2 starting. Illness wins. I like that none of you called trolled. All right, good job, guys. Good job. Good job. Way to go. We did not get trolled. All right. Guest number 2, take a look at this young lady right here. Guest number 2. Guest number 2 has what looks to be like a little bit of a 5 o'clock shadow going on there. She's got freckles and what could have been at one point or another ginger hair. Obviously pointing towards a little bit of mental instability, as all of us that have ginger hair. The red gets into our brain, and it makes us angry, and it makes us volatile. So it could be illness, but it also could be education. This woman does not look like education is a problem. It's probably for me because she's wearing glasses. She is wearing glasses, and that immediately says smart person to me. Okay, so here we go, guys. Karen, I'm just happy you're here. It's okay. It's okay. I'm just happy you're here. She's pretty well put together. I agree with Redonk. She's also got some pearl earrings here. Okay, she's probably got a job. Okay, I don't know if those are real pearls or not. I'm going to need my wife's help with that. She's kind of looking at him with that look, like she's about to give it to him. So I'm going to say, I'm going illness. We might get a troll here. This one might be a troll. All right, let's see. You guys ready for this? This is your last chance. Lock in your votes. Damn right, Karen. Damn right. Ginger power. That's why I gotta support this woman one way or another, because you gotta support your people. It's a tribal thing.
Qualify him from your
Jesus
vote.
Christ.
No, not at all.
voice.
He hasn't done anything illegal. Let me put it
What?
this way.
Ho-
This
what?
goes back to the Department of Justice being a political machine at this point and not a Department of Justice. What about Joe Biden and his documents? He was only a senator and then vice president. He didn't have any presidential authorization to take those documents and scatter them all over from Pennsylvania to Delaware. I mean, really. I don't know. I just think that, if people can't see beyond this politicalization of the Justice Department, then I would say they suffer from Trump derangement syndrome.
There are people that think that you suffer from it.
Yeah, but they don't have an argument. They just don't like Trump. If you said, look,
Say one nice thing about Joe Biden today.
I can't.
Right, so you just don't like Biden.
Oh, because I've looked at Biden when he's totally corrupt. How can you look beyond the corruption?
Damn, when they get called out for the hypocrisy, it's like the best. Jesus Christ. Just so you guys know, the Klepper video comes out tomorrow. Fought the dispute. Won against the dispute. Damn right. Klepper comes out tomorrow. Klepper comes out tomorrow if you guys really wanted. She's pretty, she's got, I don't agree with the points, but she seems solid in her belief. Got called out hard on the hypocrisy right there, though.
Say that this man could be a statesman representing the United States. The whole issue of his getting the millions of dollars with Hunter Biden, the media didn't cover that at all. Why? Why didn't they cover that?
I'm going education, guys.
You must have seen the so-called text message, right?
Tell me about it.
Hunter Biden sent to some authority in China.
Why do you believe that, but you don't believe the other stuff about Trump?
What other stuff?
Well, you're saying that so they say. You just said to me, so they say, when I asked you a question.
Yeah, because they never tell you Trump's side of the story. They, meaning the media. The major media.
No, that's his job when he goes to trial.
Their so-called authorized information from,
this poor lady.
Side of the story?
There's a lot going on.
Oh,
in the news
man.
with the former president.
Okay, I'm going education on that one, guys. It seems like she was trying. She was really trying, man. She tried. I don't think it's illness. I think it's lack of education and a one-sided media viewpoint. Like, it's got to be. She seemed like she was trying. I'm gonna say she. And maybe it's just because she's a ginger. But she's got a path to redemption. I think she's going to come back. I think when Donald Trump, once the cult is out of her life, I think we're going to see her on TV saying how much she missed being a normal person and how happy she is that she came back to reality. That's what I'm going with. All right. Ending the poll. We come out with a solid 50% education, 25% trolling, 25% mental illness. And that seems about right. 25% trolling, 25% mental illness, 50% education. I think what we're coming to in this game is that it's actually all of these things mixed together in certain proportions. Guest number 3, if you guys remember guest number 3, she's been on the show before. She is unmasked, unmuzzled, unvaccinated, and unafraid, mostly because of this gentleman in the back who every time I see this guy, I'm like, please, why doesn't he get to ask it? Why have we not asked this gentleman any questions? Oh, man, you know he's got some answers that we'd be into. All right, guest number 3. Guest number 3. Uh-oh. Karen, you've already seen it. See, this is the problem. This is the problem when we play these old videos, is some of you guys have already seen these. Therefore, you guys are cheaters. Cheaters. Okay, illness. Are we illness? Education. I need like a template. You guys got to help me out with getting a template or something. Or trolling. Now, if this was this gentleman right here, I'd be 100% going troll. I would say he was going to troll the shit out of us. Starting the poll. Here we go. Here we go. We've got illness. We've got education. I'm going to say just from the shirt. I'm saying just from the shirt, education. That screams education to me. That's what I'm saying, Nathan. Like, tell me that dude is not like that. You know he needs. You know he needs to be asked questions. Okay. Yeah, you guys need to get on the Discord. Get on the Discord. Submit to the proper channels the videos that you guys would like to watch during illness or education. And then we will watch them online. But you got to get on the Discord, okay? The link is somewhere in my channel. Somebody help somebody out with that. All right. Here it is. The rules as previously stated, Karen. Okay. It's either mental illness, it's either lack of education, or they are trolling the out of us. Okay. So it's one of the three. And at one point or another, once I have my ish together, it's going to be like a drinking game or something. We're going to have some rules, some real rules. All right. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Now with indictments, with classified documents and things like that. Is there anything that would disqualify him from your vote if, for example, a jury finds him guilty of these things? Everybody's innocent until proven guilty. But if there's guilt, if there's further indictments, is there anything that would prevent you from voting for him?
Nope.
Mm-mm.
It's smoke and mirrors is what that is.
Okay.
I don't think he's guilty of that.
But
guilty of smoke and mirrors?
I'm pushing back because that's my job. But I mean, if there's video, if there's audio, if there are people that worked for his campaign saying things, people who love Donald Trump but are being forced.
She kind of looks like she wants to call in a lifeline. Look at her. She's looking off to the side. She's looking for somebody to tell her what the answer is.
Into cooperating because it's the law. Would that change you?
Yeah, the TYT videos, Redonk. Unfortunately, let me see if I can I boost it back in the background? The TYT videos.
Do it all?
It wouldn't. And I could, honestly.
They're always like so, they're either super low or they're super loud. The TYT thing they need to work on their videos.
Because it's not the first time. He's not
Can you hear
the
that
first
better?
one. That's had to. But I mean, like, I don't think it's true.
Oh wait.
But even if he is.
Dude, all the people behind her. Look at this gentleman.
But even if he is.
Look at this gentleman right behind her. Look at this. Look, are these her bodyguards? Look at this. Is amazing. She is surrounded by the most swag that a Donald Trump rally has ever seen before. That's just he's got his keys on his belt even. He's a janitor.
I don't think it's true. But even if he is, I just have that much respect for him and his love for America and him wanting to make it great again that I would still
No, she said, oh no, his love for making America great again. Oh my God. No. Unmasked, unmuzzled, unvaccinated, unafraid, and unfortunately, uneducated.
What does making America great again mean to you?
To me, just changes that I feel like that he's going to make as far as taxes.
What is going
I don't know,
on
just
here?
Bringing things back to America, which he did a lot of that.
That guy's got a 12-pack of Gatorade.
I'll let you go. Thanks for stopping. Is there anything that would disqualify him from your vote?
Wow. Okay. I think we're all on the same with this one. Yeah, exactly, Nathan. They're all standing around just like trying to like fucking look around like it's like they're trying to be hardcore. I don't understand. Wow. It's amazing when they actually ask them a question. Thumbs in the pockets is your son? That's what you thought? Oh, James, you lost your poll? Dude, what is up with YouTube tonight? YouTube is killing us. It's ruining our game. Way to go, YouTube. All right. I think we're all on the same with this one. I think 71% of us is saying education. Whoever the rest of you guys are that aren't voting education, come on, guys. Come on. That was clearly education. We need to get together. We need to form a better consensus on this thing. That was clearly education. Okay. Okay. Yeah, my poll just disappeared too. What the hell? YouTube's got to get their shit together. Something's going on tonight, and I don't like it. Okay. Double hat guy. Are you guys ready for double hat guy? Double hat guy. I'm going right off the bat. I mean, he's wearing two hats. I'm going... Oh, there we go. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, YouTube's lagging, it looks like. Okay. Illness, education, or trolling for double hat guy. I'm going to tell you guys right off the bat, I'm going with illness because there's no reason to wear a cowboy. Oh, is that even a cowboy? No, it's like an Australian Outback hat with a Make America Great Again hat on top. Just wear one or the other, sir. Just be one person. The hat is not your personality, okay? You don't need two personalities. Just one. You're either the Make America Great Again or you're the Down Under guy. You can't be both, sir. Leave some swag for the rest of the rally, okay? All right. All right, so we've got, you guys are updating. Yeah, I know. What is going on here? Ooh, we should have QAnon. That's a good call, Fatty. But doesn't QAnon kind of qualify you under mental illness? No, you don't think he was bringing it home? Neither was brand new? Okay, all right. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. Don't forget the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't. Okay. Okay. So I will put the Discord link in while we're watching this video. Okay. That's what this one. Wait. Is now I've got. Oh crap! I've got all kinds of craziness going on here. Okay, we're gonna watch the video. You guys watch the video. We're gonna watch the video. And I'm gonna find the Discord link. I'm gonna get us the Discord link.
I suppose nobody's perfect, right? I mean, he's not a perfect president.
Okay.
I just think he's been used as a pawn to change elections. So.
In terms of, can you explain that a little bit?
Yeah, I need that explained to me.
You know, to persecute him to try to change elections, to keep him from getting elected.
What?
And
what the hell did he just say?
Just go to the change elections thing. When they're trying to do what then?
Well, if he's being persecuted, and then people start believing these allegations, then that may change votes, right? So,
got it. Is there anything that would
time
disqualify
out.
Donald Trump?
I was getting the invite at the same time. All right, there's the Discord. You click that, and it puts you into the Discord, and you just have to click a couple buttons to tell me that you're not a mean person and you're not going to say dumb things, and that's about it. You're into the Discord. So anybody that would like to participate, we take viewer submissions for videos that we're going to watch at the end of all this. We got some from Fatty. We've got some from Peachtree. We got some from Renee. And, of course, you can also drop off vids for the illness or education game that we play every week. Don't forget to hit the like. Don't forget to hit the subscribe. Okay, what do you guys think about that guy? That had to have been illness, right? Like, he made zero sense. Now, I'll tell you guys this story real quick so I don't make it a 9-hour-long live stream. The other day, there was a gentleman in Angela's Discord, and it was two conservatives, and they're arguing with each other. And what they were arguing about was about Donald Trump and whether or not the election was rigged. And one of them said, I believe the election was rigged, but I believe it was rigged by Donald Trump because he wanted to make himself a martyr to get the election system fixed. That's kind of like what that guy sounded like he said there, like something along those lines. It blew my mind to hear that this guy was like literally saying that Donald Trump martyred himself by getting himself defeated in a what he called a rigged election, but he had rigged it himself, not other people that Donald Trump had. Therefore, showing that elections can be rigged, therefore martyring himself to fix the election system, so then he could be reelected in 2024. You can't make this stuff up. Both those people are banned from that Discord now. It was insane. I'm going illness. You gonna say illness? You can change your vote. Last few seconds here to change your vote. I'm gonna end the poll in 3, 2, 1. Okay. What we got? 66% says illness. Good job, guys. Good job. I think we're on the same. Okay, so we're going to lump both of these people together. These are one person. They are Siamese twins. 2 heads, 1 body. We're going 2 heads, 1 body. Okay. Illness, education, or will they both troll us? Let's go Siamese. I gotta get faster at typing. This whole typing with 1 finger thing, because I'm old, probably not gonna cut it. I need an administrative assistant. You guys are gonna have to start donating to me. I need a half yacht, a suit, and an administrative assistant, or this just isn't gonna work anymore. All right, here it is. The poll has started. How excited are we? Is it illness? Is it education? Or are the Siamese twins about to troll the shit out of us with a straight-up logical answer that none of us saw coming? What is it? I kind of like this lady's hair. I'm not going to lie. That's kind of swag. It's got like the blonde tips, you know? Dressed pretty nice. I mean, she's wearing that Trump shirt pretty well. It's not wrinkly. She doesn't have any hats. Once again, I think I'm falling for the glasses. The glasses, they just say education to me every single time. So, could be the glasses. I'm going education. I'm going education. This one's got a, like, it looks like she's got a cutoff t-shirt. Okay.
From your vote in 2024.
Oh!
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. I'm going full-on education. 100%. Now that she's looked up, oh, look at, she's giving her side-eye. I don't know that these two are going to be on the same page.
But if he decided that he was going to go and let China get into his wallet, or if he decided he would let Russia get into his wallet, but those are 2 things that Trump don't do.
Wait. Isn't he like best friends with Putin? What do you mean? If he would let Russia get into his wallet, he would literally have a Trump Tower in Russia right now if we had given him a second term. Oh, this is mental illness.
Some people think that Russia's been in Donald Trump's wallet for a minute already.
Thank you.
Look, Trump goes and he makes this country great. He don't even take a paycheck. He gets all the crap from everybody. They can't even give him that kind of courtesy to say thank you.
Wow.
I mean, that's just ridiculous in my opinion.
What should we thank Donald Trump for?
Bringing light to a bunch of things that everyone's ignored for years.
Tell me some specifics.
The swamp. I mean,
wait. One sec, dude, lady. Okay, we used to bond over this. This is what the left and the right used to be like. We came to the middle on, is that we all knew that there's all kinds of bad things in politics, that politicians are shady and we need to get money out of politics. What do you mean he brought to light the swamp? No, ma'am. He is the swamp. He's the swamp thing.
It ended up happening to him like it has happened is because he touched the wrong feet. So you stomp on the wrong feet, you get kicked out. That's always been the case in Washington.
So it's China and
okay, I gotta
it's
stop pausing it for this
Russia.
lady.
If he broke American laws and is convicted of it, innocent until proven guilty, if he is proven guilty and convicted, he could still get your vote.
Sure. I don't believe it for a second. He may do a few things, and yeah, he might like women. What man don't? But, there's all kinds of things that he might do. But is he going to go against the country? No, he's already proven for 4 years he can do the job. So put the man there that can do the job.
Oh, my Lord. Okay.
But first, here in
it's
the
not
US,
over. It's not over yet, guys. It's not over yet. Do not be sad. We still got a couple more. And these ones, my friends, these ones are queued up because I watched a little bit of it just to vet it, like my boy Redonk told me I'm supposed to do. And I believe these are good ones. I believe these are going to be good. Okay, I'm going to skip ads again. I saved you guys from the ads. Boom. I have all the power now. For some reason, YouTube has allowed me to start skipping ads, and I am doing that for you guys. Okay? I'm hopping in there, pushing the button, because I don't need the 7 cents that I get from having those ads go. Okay, Redonk, you're going to need to calm down. Okay, that's for the viewer suggestion, or you need to put it in the Discord. Okay? There are rules. We are now a structured live stream, Redonk. We don't just go all Vivek, okay, and just like do whatever we want. All right? There's rules. Rules. Okay? Thank you. Thank you for linking. I don't know whose Discord that is. I hope that's my Discord. It's like the same people 30 years later. Also. Awesome. All right. Okay. Okay. All right, here we go. Yeah, he likes women, Karen. Yeah. Did you guys hear what he said to Melania, to the Australian guy? The guy he told about all of our like nuclear submarine secrets and about like the war in Iran or Iraq. He looked at Melania apparently sitting there on poolside with this Australian billionaire, and he goes, you should get up, you should walk around in your bathing suit and make all these men see what they're missing. And supposedly, this is what the Australian guy said. She looked at him and said, only when you get in your bikini and walk around with me. Boom. I think I have some respect for Melania. I don't know. But if she really said that to him, dude, I would pay money to be a fly on the wall to hear Melania just go ham on Donald Trump. I bet you underneath that calm, quiet exterior, she is raging and just waiting for her moment. She's just waiting for him to drop dead. That's all. She knows that's the way out. Oh, okay. All right, sorry, I got off topic there. Wait, why can't I make a poll now? What is let your viewers weigh in. Dude. Okay. I'm just going to be honest. YouTube is doing some bad stuff tonight. Now it's not letting me make a poll. Oh, wait. I'm an idiot. I mean, yeah, YouTube. It's all YouTube's fault. We ended the last poll. I thought I already ended the last poll. Okay, whatever. This is going to be Red Hat Guy. Okay, Red Hat Guy. Take a look at this gentleman, okay? Now, you guys know it's Luke Beasley. So you know he brings the fire, okay? You know he brings the fire. Now, Luke, much like Klepper, okay, almost always you're going to be able to call out an illness or education. Very rarely do we get a troll option from Beasley, okay? So I'm going to go right off the bat. I'm going to go mental illness because Luke really brings the fire, okay? Yeah, so everybody loves Luke. If you are watching this video and you are not one of my normal people who love and subscribe to Luke Beasley, go to Luke Beasley's channel. Like Luke Beasley's videos, give them views, sub to this boy, but this man, I'm sorry, Luke, this man, okay, because he goes out there and he puts himself in physical danger dealing with these morons, with these buffoons, okay? And as we saw in our last week's video, some of these people are actually getting to a point where they're being aggressive with him. So I've already tendered my services to Luke Beasley that if he'd like me to come out there, I would probably just make it all worse. But I will tackle somebody for Luke Beasley. I'm just saying that, okay? All right. If you haven't gotten your vote in yet, illness, education, or are we being trolled?
What people specifically felt about the Trump indictment now that we have the Trump tape.
Luke's got the volume.
The audio recording of Trump being caught red-handed, essentially, committing crimes in regard to that Iran document that he's referring to in the audio recording. And as you probably would expect, that still is not swaying Trump supporters, including this guy.
Thoughts on the federal indictment? My thoughts? Oh,
Whoa!
I'm not worried about it.
Not worried like you...
I want to admit, I did not think that was the voice I was going to hear. I did not think that was the voice I was about to hear.
My thoughts? Oh, I'm not worried about it.
Not worried like you don't think he did what he's being accused of?
I mean, what's this indictment being accused of? It
was that Joe Biden? Hold on.
Federal indictment.
This
My
Joe
thoughts?
Biden.
Oh, I'm not worried about it.
Joe Biden.
Not worried like you don't think he did what he's being accused of?
I mean, what's this indictment being accused of? It's like, they hand out indictments like cookies.
Well, he's only been indicted twice.
4 times now.
Like, so you have
It's like handing out 2 cookies.
Manhattan DA and then the federal.
Oh, that Manhattan DA. What a piece of
Wow.
I mean, a porn star. I mean, hey, look. Every rich person had sex with a porn star.
Party of family values, though, right?
Huh?
Party of family values, right?
I mean, I've had sex with a porn star.
What?
And you would be a good candidate in the Party of family values?
You know what? We all make mistakes. Show me a man with no convention.
A good candidate in the Party of family values, right?
Hold on.
Hey, look. Every rich person had sex with a porn star.
Party of family values, though, right?
Huh?
Party of family values, right?
I mean, I've had sex with a porn star.
And
Dude, he had a Jim from The Office moment. It was a Jim from... This is trolling. 100% this is trolling.
And you would be a good candidate in the Party of family values?
You know what? We all make mistakes. Show me a man with no conviction of the past. Show me a man who's never said a cuss word. Show me a man that's never, had perverted thoughts. Show me a man...
Perverted thoughts about their own daughter, like Trump?
I think that was a joke. He said...
Okay, I feel like Luke is trolling the troll now. This is like a troll off, and I am here for this.
That on The View, and that was on The View, and he said he would like to... He said if he was dating somebody, he would date a woman like his dog.
And the most recent reporting says that in the White House, he has been overheard fantasizing about having sex with her.
How does that relate what's going on right now?
I just think it's gross.
But you asked me, what do I think about his indictment?
Oh, I know, you just brought up porn stars, so here we are.
Look, we've all looked at porn. We've all,
Just really going off the rails.
100% Jessica.
He definitely had the motivation.
Okay, guys. Oh, he has more guys on this. Maybe we'll take a look at a couple more. I didn't know that there's more. I thought it was just that guy. Yeah, we're gonna do this guy too because he looks amazing. All right, I'm going troll. Okay, I think that that's the type of person that just shows up at these rallies because he wants to be a part of something. Like Jessica just said, he's probably a virgin. He just wants to be around other people. He's hoping that he can meet his conservative trad wife of his future. That's what I'm going with. I think Luke started trolling him back, and it was amazing. That I'm going trolling on that one. All right. Okay. What are you guys going with? What are you guys going with? You guys are going with education and not one of you, not even Redong voted troll. Aw, damn it. Okay. All right, you guys are just smart guys. I'm just here. I'm just a streamer, okay? I'm barely even functioning some days, okay? I'm lucky to get my stream up and my mic working, so I'm just happy that you guys are here. Okay. All right, guys. Tell me this face does. That is the face of mental illness. That right there. No effing way this is anything but illness. Oh man, that voice was amazing, James. I did not see that one coming. That was great. Yeah, it is 11 a.m. and we are already toasted. Air Force guy. We're going Air Force guy. I think we should just make the whole stream illness or education now. This is probably the best part. But I need you guys to hang out with me for an hour and watch videos that may make me obscenely upset without you guys around. So the first hour has to be the news. So we got to keep that going. I'm gonna put trolling in here just in case because I've been caught off guard before. Air Force guys, I'm going 100% mental illness. Oh, should we? Okay. We should also have sauced in there. That's a good one too. I think that we should have sauced as but I can't type very fast, so all this takes a long time for me to type out. We can't have too many options. We got to start combining our options down into like just 3 easy to understand answers. Okay. All right. You guys ready for this? Here we go.
What is it?
It's a logical way to structure your own argument. This is where that question went. Arguments, a whataboutism.
No, what is it?
It's a logical fallacy when you try to respond to someone's argument and kind of break down someone's argument by just referencing something else separate from the conversation.
Well, you guys do that all the time. You can't talk to...
That was a whataboutism right there.
No, the point is you can't talk to a liberal.
You're talking to one right now.
Don't be silly.
We'll watch more of this. Priceless. I go, do you know what a whataboutism is? Okay, it's whenever you reference something outside of the direct point being made, the direct argument at hand.
He's like,
to
that's
try
a
to
whataboutism.
invalidate, try to say, well, I don't care about the thing you're saying about Trump, the Trump indictment, because what about Hillary? Well, the facts are different, to answer your question, and that on its own doesn't necessarily debunk what is being alleged against Trump himself. Of course, that's obvious. And he instantly goes, well, liberals do that all the time. Well, what about liberals? Classic.
I could wrap you around my finger in 2 seconds. The bottom line is...
I don't know what that means.
Okay, what it means is you've been lying so long you don't know how to tell the truth. What it also means is you've staged the entire insanity for so long, you still don't know how to tell the truth. So we're unraveling it. It's like a piece of thread on the sweater.
So do you agree?
Apart and you guys are losing.
Do you agree the Espionage Act outlines certain things you can and can't do with classified material?
Yeah, so why...
And do you agree on an audio? Don't you agree?
The same thing for Biden.
Because we don't even have evidence that he did the same things Trump did.
Not only did he do it, he had no authority to do it as vice president.
He obstructed an investigation.
Declassify anything he wanted as president, but this piece of dreck can't do anything as vice president. Do you understand?
Let's bring the heat down and just let me ask an honest question. In the recording that's been released now, you can hear Trump saying, "This is still."
Christ. Sometimes the background is just as good as what's going on. Just this gentleman right here. Look at that goatee. That is amazing facial hair. And he's got kind of like a really, really thin top of his head there. What is going on there? And boy, woo, he's about 6 months, maybe 7 months. He's about to pop. I'm going to guess it's a girl.
Still classified.
He's
I could
about to have
declassify
baby
as
girl.
president, but I didn't know.
Okay. He didn't know.
No, he did know.
By the
He
way,
did know.
It doesn't matter. He already talked to the FBI months earlier.
He said, give us the documents, give us the documents.
Help
Give
you.
us the
Not a
documents.
problem. You guys are creating a mountain out of a molehill because you don't want him to run. That's how stupid.
And the normal things we've heard
Oh,
so many
man.
times.
Oh man. Okay, we're gonna find. Does he have one more? Oh, he still goes with him. Now, let's skip that, gentleman. Okay, that's about all we needed to hear on that one. I'm still going illness. I think you guys are gonna disagree with me on this. I'm still going mental illness. I'm still going because he's just over here, then he's over there, then he's over here, then he's over there. It's very conspiracy theory style. But let's see what you guys have to say. You guys have to say. Let's see. And the survey says 44% says education, 22% going with drunk. I'm going that you guys aren't saying he's trolling. I'm going with you guys are saying he was sloshed. All right, solid, okay. Education. I'm going illness, but you guys are going education. I completely understand your point of view. Okay, this is the one. This will be the last Luke Beasley. Okay, this guy looks like somebody I used to work with. So this is one of the crazy things about the whole QAnon Trump thing is how people from the left. What I believe actually happened was those of us on the left that were still sane stayed on the left. But those of us that were a little bit mentally compromised with like vaccine conspiracy or with like deep state conspiracies or flat earth conspiracies, we all decided to move on over to the right after COVID because COVID was like this bonding glue between the left and the right. Have you guys ever seen that, it's the SNL with Tom Hanks where he's wearing the Make America Great Again hat or whatever, and like there's some black dudes on the show and they like at first they're like, whoa, don't say that, like a couple times, and then he brings up the government and they're like, oh shit, did we just bond? Like that's how I feel the left and right, like the craziness like came around the backside and met each other and kind of congealed into what we now know as QAnon. Okay, birds are drone. Okay, yeah, exactly. Red tank top looks like an auntie. Oh, 100% Bucket. All right. We're gonna make that his name is gonna be Auntie. Sorry, Peach. Sorry, Peachtree. Sorry. Illness, education, or former liberal. We're gonna go with former liberal. All right. You guys let me know. All right. You guys let me know. I'm going to give you a few seconds. All right. So I'm going to give you guys a few seconds to make your decisions here while I tell you about the glories of liking and subscribing to my channel. Don't forget to share if you guys can. Share it on Facebook. Share it on Twitter. Share it on Instagram. I did share, and stick around, guys. At the end, if you haven't heard the speech that I edited for Obama, the very end, I know we usually end with music videos and stuff, but tonight, guys, it's a special time. I made this video for my kids, and I want you guys to watch it. At the end, I'm going to play the Obama speech that I edited with the song America the Beautiful, with my video footage. Well, I stole it from the internet with stock media. I didn't steal it. I paid money for it, okay? And my editing. So at the end of the show, we're going to watch that, okay? So hang out, like, subscribe, share my videos, please. I love you guys. All right. What does it say? How are we doing? Here we go.
Support Trump. And don't keep up one bit with the accusations against Trump, the news about Trump, nothing. Just complete confusion.
What are your thoughts about the Trump indictment?
It's probably garbage.
Probably garbage?
Yeah.
Did you read it?
No.
Okay. And then what about the audio recording that got released?
Probably garbage.
You didn't listen to it? How would you know it's garbage?
Okay, I'm not going to be able to stop looking at this. This man has a lot of hair in his ears. A lot of hair in his ears. And I love how people always do this. Man, this is like old school 101 Ask Trumpers questions. Remember when Klepper said, how about the transcripts? And they're like, yeah, what about the transcripts? And he's like, so you read the transcripts? And they're like, I did not read the transcripts. Like, this is just Trump interview 101. Sir.
If you don't even look into it. Some serious things are being accused here.
Like, tell me what it is.
Mishandling and classified.
If you need him to explain to you what it is, and your answer before you knew what it was that it was garbage, you may be, mentally ill.
Documents. Holding on to them when he wasn't supposed to have them. Violating a subpoena, lying to federal authorities, obstructing an investigation, and conspiring with other staffers to move around documents to keep federal authorities from getting them.
Dude, okay. What do you guys think he's going to say right here? Because it looked like he was thinking about it. He was sitting there. He was thinking about it for a second. What's the chances he has a moment right here? Probably almost no chance, right? Probably almost no chance. All right, here we go. Here we go.
Sounds pretty serious, but doesn't everybody do that?
Oh,
No, would be the answer to that question. For sure. I don't think I met one person there who had read the indictment. Every one of them had not read the indictment. How could you possibly say this is all a witch hunt? It's all just trying to target Trump and take him down because of how amazingly he's fighting for us. But also, I'm not even exactly sure what is being accused here. It's so bizarre. Then a similar kind of...
All right.
I don't really care about...
All right, if you guys want to watch the rest of this amazing video, okay? This was 3 months ago, so you guys have probably watched this before. It was, I interviewed Trump supporters at his rally. Goes horribly wrong. That's probably the name of at least 14 of his videos, but you guys know which one it is. All right, guys, I'm going with former liberal. I think 100% that guy used to do yoga, eat kale chips, and drink kombucha, okay? He probably still does all those things, but now he also believes that Trump being indicted was bullshit. That's what I'm going with. See what you guys think. And the survey says 44% agrees with me. The auntie looks like he's a former liberal. 33% says that it's illness. 22% education. Once again, we can combine these statistics to come up with the greater assumption that this man is 44% former liberal. 33% of him is mentally ill, and 22% of him undereducated. That's what we're going with on that one. We've got two more as we wind it down. But I'll tell you this right now, guys. When I saw this gentleman right here, and okay, first of all, this is a guy I didn't know about, and you guys didn't tell me about him, so I'm very upset with you guys. I didn't even watch any of this guy's video. I just saw this dude's face, and I thought, like, I've got to watch this. His name is Jesse Dollemore. I don't know. Is he right wing? Is he left wing? Is he in the middle? Should I subscribe to him? We're going to hit the like button because we're watching his video. But here we go. Okay, so this guy right here, we're going to call him Sunglasses. Because he's got some shades on. We'll call him Shades, okay? Shades. Mentally ill. Uneducated. Oh, dude, why am I flashing? Dude, YouTube is being weird tonight. Or is he a troll? Is he a troll? Because he kind of looks like he might be a troll. Okay. Jesse's cool. Carolyn says Jesse's cool. Bucket says Jesse's cool. Nathan says Dollamore's cool. Okay. No, there's mentally ill on all sides, Redonk. That was just a formerly liberal. Okay, I'm subscribing because you guys said he was cool. Actually, I'm on my wrong account, but it doesn't matter. We subscribed to him anyways. Okay. Redonk, do you know this guy already? Have you already watched this one? Dollemore Daily. Okay. Okay. Okay, here we go.
A lot of my family blood spilled for this country. I'm not going to let it go to waste. I'm not.
Hold on, I think this might be my dad. Redonk, you can confirm. Is this my dad? Is this my dad? Redonk? God damn it.
I refuse. I did 19 years here as a federal agent in Dade County.
Whoa. Whoa.
I'm just not going to let this...
Did he say he was a federal agent? Do you guys think this guy is former FBI?
19 years here as a federal agent in Dade County.
What?
I'm just not going to let this country...
No shot that this guy was in the FBI.
...go to waste. And right now it's going to waste. Well, if he gets indoctrinated, January 6th is going to look like a playground. It's going to...
If he gets indoctrinated? Oh my God. Do you mean indicted, sir? Do you mean indicted?
Look like a playground from the inside voices that I hear from all the militias and everything.
Okay. Okay, we're like maybe 20 seconds in, and I am 100% this is mental illness.
Else, it's going to be a playground. But if they want to fight, bring it. I mean, I watched Kamala Harris in Orlando. I watched Antifa throw bottles, spit on my child.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Tell me this man doesn't have a child and he brought them to a Trump rally. Oh, guys. There is an issue. Oh, my
Throw
God.
stuff at us. They told us to refrain ourselves. Really? Okay. But it is what it is, you know. This country's so left right now, but we got to bring it back to the right. We got to get right on the right path. We got to bring everything back. If we don't, we're going to crumble. We're going to be a third world nation. You know?
Third world
We have to stand up
nation!
for that flag. We have to stand up for our beliefs, and we got to put God back in this country. If we forget about him, he's going to forget about us.
Okay.
And right.
And I have an issue with this. Why does it have to be a him? First of all, if there was a God, wouldn't it be genderless? Wouldn't it just be like an amorphous? Why do we have this obsession with God being a dude? Like, there is no better argument when people make argument for the patriarchy, that there is a patriarchy, than the fact that these fuckers can't get away from the fact that it has to be a man in charge. No effing way. Like, why would a God look anything like a human being? Why would it have anything to do with us?
Right now, we're forgetting him and we're forgetting Israel. We forget both of those.
Oh, that's on topic. That was on topic.
Read your Bible. Read your Bible. Because there's a lot of boys like me that are ready. All we need is an order. We're ready. Believe everything that indictment said?
Oh! Whoa! That woman has large arms. Let's go, Brandon. She has a shirt that says, "Let's go, Brandon," and she has arms that are bigger than my thighs. Good Lord!
So thanks to that Twitter user, I put their handle on the video.
Oh, he's a ginger. Oh, of course I'm going to subscribe. I have to subscribe. Support my people. All right, guys. I don't think there's a question on that one. He didn't seem inebriated, so I'm not going troll. Uneducated, I could get it if you're going to go with education, but I'm not. I'm going with mental illness, 100% on that one. Mentally ill. Just so you guys know, I've got a green screen coming because my wife says my background is terrible. My wife is a hater, okay? 100% she's a hater. And she doesn't like my background. And so in the current scheme of things of getting better at this and being more professional, regardless of playing illness and education, we're going to have a green screen. And I'm hoping it looks as sick as what Jesse's going on here. It looks like Jesse has going on here. It looks like he just has a TV behind him. That is nice. Jesse, look at that hair. I am so jealous. Dude, he is well groomed. Dude, between Jesse here, now his suits aren't, those are ginger suits, okay? That's the type of stuff gingers wear. He's not as sharp as Brian Tyler Cohen with the suits. Sorry, Jesse. I'm sorry, okay? But the hair game, on point. The beard game, on point. And that skin for a ginger, that's pretty good skin. I've got to say that. I know that sounds creepy, but that's how we roll, okay? All right. What do you guys think? Illness or education? We're going to find out whether or not you guys agree with me on this one. Illness or education? Survey says 85%. We are closer and closer to being on the same page, guys. Slowly but surely, our half-yacht cult is being formed. I told you guys I'm really sorry, but I can only fit one or two of you on the yacht at a time. We're gonna have it's like when your grandpa used to take the boat out and come back and pick you up at the dock. That's what's gonna have to happen. Sorry, I can't get all of us on the half yacht at the same time. In fact, the only people getting on the half yacht are people that are donating. Okay, and I think that was DJ. And I think Fatty's giving me $3 before. And Bucket definitely gets to get on. Redonk has to wait on the dock because he's a Vivek fan. All right, we're gonna finish. This one's all partitioned off. I really like that this one has the tags, okay? This is awesome. I like this, okay? This makes the whole thing. Maybe I should do this to the videos myself. Okay, this is the final round. The final round, guys, of illness or education. And then we're going to finish the night with a couple. I don't know that we're going to get to all of the viewer requested videos. There's a lot. We're going to get to a couple of them. Okay? First, we're going to finish the illness or education round. Then we're going to do some viewer suggestions. Then we're going to finish with the greatest speech of all time produced by Progressive Matters. Okay? All right. Here we go. The trio. We're going to call these guys the trio. That last guy just blew my mind. That guy just, wow. Can you imagine if he was actually like an FBI agent? Like, I mean, sometimes I do question what's going on with like who we hire in these positions, like police officers and stuff. I'd be 100% willing to believe that that man was an FBI agent at one point or another. Okay. Go ahead, get those in there. Peachtree, $2. Peachtree's on the yacht. Yes. Thank you, Peachtree. Is that Canadian money? That's probably only like $1.47 in American money. I appreciate it, Peachtree. Thank you so much. You're on the yacht. You could have given me like 12 cents and you would have been on the yacht anyways. Let's celebrate their first super on Livestream. How do I do that? Dude, I click in it and the first thing I get is, should I report you? How do I celebrate it? I don't know how to celebrate. I don't know how. It just told me to celebrate it, but I don't know how. It's a Canadian dollarette. All right. Lock in your votes. Illness, education, or trolling from the trio.
He's convicted.
Damn it, these TYT videos.
Not at all. I'll vote for him if he's in prison.
Wow.
Because he's the only one standing up against everybody fighting for us.
Oh, I didn't see the fourth lady.
Have somebody in there fighting for us, we all lose.
Is there anything he could do to disqualify you from your vote?
Right now, turn Democratic and...
At what point in your lives did you ever think that you would see a conservative with a head and neck tattoo with piercings? I don't know that this lady, maybe she's not part of the group. I'm going rehabilitation. Former addict. That's what I'm going with. Oh, I'm not even in full screen mode. What am I doing here?
What about murder?
Who?
Well, just anyone.
On accident?
No.
No, murder's not on purpose. That's manslaughter.
That's a little bit harder, but just as of right now, I'd say no.
So turn Democrat. I wouldn't vote for him. Murder, I might.
Yep, I'm an American.
God damn it. Holy horrific, Jim. Holy horrific.
And I have my free will, and I can do whatever I want with my vote. That's my right.
Okay, I'm going education. That's education, right? Would you guys agree with me on that one? Is that education? Let's take a look. Last chance to change it. Last chance to change it, guys. In the poll. All right. The trio, which is actually a quadrio. Illness. You guys went 62% illness. Okay. All right. They're dumb but nuts too. 62% mentally ill. 37% bad education. Okay. I agree with you guys. Now, we've seen this gentleman before. I like how we've seen so many of these people that they've just kind of all like, oh, dude, look at this guy in the back. God, the background of some of these videos is more amazing than what's up front. Like, look at this dude. That is every dude on Facebook that's like, I don't watch football no more. They politicized it. This is the lady that was in the earlier clip that yelled at that reporter to shut up when he asked about Mike Johnson's efforts to overturn the election. That's what I'm going with right here. And this guy drove. I'm guessing these three all came together, and this guy drove. Okay? He's probably got like a late 90s Ford Explorer. That's what I'm going with. We're going to call him Red Hat. It's really easy to call a lot of these guys Red Hat because they're all wearing red hats. I've got to get a little more original with my names. Education. Or drove there. Drove these people there. All right. He's the designated driver at the Trump rally. All right, here it is. Lock in your votes. Country Thunder. Redonkey went to Country Thunder. Let's see. Well, thank you. No matter what, Peachtree, I appreciate your Canadian money, even if it's not good here in America. I think I might get thrown in prison. I might get thrown in prison for trying to use Canadian money. Straight up called a communist is what would happen to me. Don't forget to like the stream. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Every Wednesday, illness and education. Illness or education. I'm still working on my spiel, okay? So don't judge me. All right, here we go.
He could stand on the front steps of the White House.
Oh, he said it! He said my favorite word.
On the front steps of the White House.
White House! I didn't think people actually said white. I thought I was just memeing. Oh, my God.
And commit murder, and I'm with him.
Explain that to me. That's amazing. I mean,
look, he's the only man we've ever had in my lifetime that stood for America as president. Now, I was a George Herbert Walker Bush man and all that, but they don't anybody compare to Donald Trump. He loves this country, and that's why I love him. America's been assaulted. Open borders.
Oh, Karen.
You know
Karen.
all the issues.
Not
we
you,
all
Karen.
know the
Different
issues.
kind of Karen.
And nobody stood under the attack that Trump stood under. And look what he's done. He's hanging in there. He's for us. He loves this country. And I'm going to support him to the end. I hope he wins. We need him.
Is there anything you could imagine?
Oh, wait. We'll skip this dude because obviously we've already seen this guy. It's kind of creepy how he popped back up in here. I'm going education on that one. I'm going education for that guy. I think that's a good old boy that says things like what, okay? That he did not have a lot of education in his life. His parents weren't big on it. They were like, "Why you reading them books? Get outside and mow the lawn." Okay? Books ain't gonna teach you nothing. That's for other people, not for you. Not for poor white people. Okay? That's what I'm going with. They're all mentally ill. I think that we might have to come up with something else there. Okay. Let's see what we got. You guys said you guys disagreed with me. Mentally ill. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Like I said, you guys know about this more than I do. You guys are the reason there is a stream. Okay. Whoa! Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner. And they're talking about skin. Ooh, those are liver spots. Oh, good Lord, what is that? Those aren't freckles. Those are freckles. Those aren't freckles. Oh, man. What? 45 squared? Does he know? God damn it, man. That's this back here, that's education. Oh, I gotta start putting these polls up while I'm giving my analysis of these people. What am I doing? We'll call her liver spots. Call her liver spots. Illness. Okay. We're getting down to the end of it, guys. We've got maybe three more. So enjoy it while we still have it. I'm going with this woman. This woman screams illness to me. She's got that look on her face already that she is about to drop the hottest take of 2023. I'm going mental illness.
I had a man here say to me earlier today, maybe in this exact position, but about an hour ago, said, if Donald Trump murdered someone on the front porch of the White House, I'd still vote for him. Are you?
Oh, my God, look at that. Dude, if you have this set up in your closet, Holy crap. Can you imagine if you're at your friend's house, you open their closet, and this is what you see? And why is there always police tape?
Yes.
You agree?
Yes. Because it would have to be a good reason for him to do it.
So if he murders someone, it would be a good reason.
Yeah, I think so.
Batshit crazy. I don't care what you guys say about this one. That one is crazy. 100% that one's crazy. No effing way you guys can disagree with me on that one. What do you guys say? That's 71%. Good job. 71% of you get on the half yacht. The rest of you guys are in trouble. All right. What do we got here? This lady wants to speak to the manager. That's what I'm going with. We're going with, look at those flags. We're going flag lady. Okay, flag lady. We're going illness, education, or wishes to speak. I don't know if I can do this. The manager. Oh, I can do it. It barely fit in there. Okay. This one, we got a special on this one. Okay, guys? Okay, we're going with illness, education, or she wants to speak to the manager. I'm going, she's about to ask to speak to the manager. This is that. What is that a marijuana leaf? Also, come on, ma'am. You're not blonde anymore. It's okay. Look, it's turning white. Look at this gentleman over here. He's got some good beard game going on. That's nice beard game, sir. Good job, okay? Just let it go. Let it go. You're not blonde anymore. We both know that.
And tell me, is there anything that you're critical of with Donald Trump? Is there anything that you don't like about him?
Nothing comes to my mind right off the bat, but, you know, I'm sure there's, if I thought deep enough, there would something
okay.
come to mind, but not at the moment.
I did. Okay, not too bad. Not what I expected. Not what I expected. Good job. All right. I'm going with wanted to speak to the manager. That's what I'm going with on that one. Okay? See what you guys said? Look at us. We are on the same page every time. Oh, purple hat man. Okay, purple hat man. Not red hat anymore. Purple hat. Purple hat. Coors Light guy. Illness. Actually, I'm gonna admit something. I already seen this guy in one prior video. I'm gonna say blames gay people. Because I've seen him before blame gay people, okay? Even though he looks a little flamboyant himself, I have seen this gentleman blame gay people for stuff, okay? So I'm going with blames gay people. I don't know what his answer is to this specific question, but I'm going to bet that somehow he brings about the fact that gay people exist, that it's their fault where we're at. All right. Are we ready? Here we go.
I did vote for Trump twice, but I really wish that he wouldn't have abandoned all those people that are still in jail over the January 6th fiasco that was perpetrated as a propaganda piece by the lying press. I don't believe anybody in D.C. got where they are by being a good person. And really, as a Christian, there are no good people. We all fall short and are corruptible. And if
all right, mental illness. All right. Tell me that man isn't in the closet. He is a little come on. It's self-hate, man. It's okay, sir. Come out so we can properly support you, sir. Come out to the light. We have cake. Okay? Come out with your purple hat, bro. Your Coors Light shirt and your little bandana cape. Okay? We're down with that. Over here, we ain't going to judge you. We might have a laugh at it. Have a good time with you. Okay? Leave all that craziness behind. That's all I'm saying. What did you guys say? Okay, yeah, he has boobs. Exactly. Way gay. Thank you, Nathan. Thank you. Yeah. What did you guys say? Mental illness. Good job. Look at, we are doing so well tonight. We are definitely okay. Final round. DeSantis land guy. Final boss. This is the final boss. We're gonna go illness, education or voted for Mom DeSantis. Okay, these are the three options for this guy. These are the three things that could be wrong with this gentleman. Mental illness, uneducated, or he voted for Mom DeSantis. That's what we're going to go with. Okay? Final boss, guys. Let's see if we can all be on the same page here. Let's see if we can all be on the same page with this last one before we get to the viewer videos. We're heading in late. We only got 20 minutes left in the show, so we're only going to watch maybe one or two of the viewer suggestions. Okay? Next time we'll cut it a little bit shorter, have a little less illness education, a little bit less news. This is the beta. You guys are my hamsters. You guys are my guinea pigs is what I was going for there. Okay? Here we go. You guys are going with dumbass. I like that one. Renee doesn't like the voting system. She's about to go full Trump on me. Okay, here we go.
Trump wants to fight. He's a fighter. He stood up to this, what his family's gone through. I think he deserves the opportunity. And the people, the naysayers who say, oh, he shouldn't run, he's too controversial, who's criticizing him? Who?
Oh, wow.
These people are
This guy
basically
is very
anti-American
upset.
communists. That's who's criticizing them. So why do we even listen to those people? Of course they want to divide
Is he going to cry?
I'm going to push back on that because you now have Mike Pence and Chris Christie who are in there really criticizing him. So it's coming from the party as well. And how do you feel about that?
Called rhinos. We should have a season on them. Because,
Whoa!
again, they're Republicans in name only.
If he's convinced.
Okay, 100% mental illness. I'm not sure if he was going to rage or cry. Not sure which was going to... He might have done both. He might have angry cried. Okay. All right, well, thank you, everybody, for playing The Final Boss. We were going to say... Everybody agrees an error occurred. Dude, YouTube is not on their game tonight. There we go. Illness win. Oh, tied? Illness and Mom DeSantis voter. Tied. That is perfect. Mentally ill and would probably vote for Ron DeSantis. I agree with that. 100%. Thank you guys for joining up in this game of mental illness or education. Next time we come to this, I'm going to have a segue out of this as well. So that way we can segue into our next and our final. This is the home stretch, guys. I appreciate you guys being here with me. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I'm so thankful to Peachtree and Uncle Fatty and Renee for submitting some videos. So I'm going to try and get one from each of you, okay? We're going to keep from Uncle Fatty, we're going to keep the Kootenai because that's where he's from, okay? From Peachtree, we're going to keep the Don Jr. Manic Rant. And from Renee, we're going to keep the I'm a Mexican short because it's really short. All right. Here we go, guys. It is the final stretch, the viewer suggestion. Here we go.
Donald Trump Jr. also seemingly
it's a Pac-Man.
Very unwell, struggling to speak even more than Donald Trump. Don Jr. has what I guess they call a free speech show or a free
I like that they paused it right here. Oh, no, that's the starting of the video. Dude, Donald Jr. is like prime example of a cokehead.
platform. I have to tell you, I find the concept so stupid in the sense that the idea of free speech for the sake of speech, to me, is not super exciting. I don't want to deny anyone's speech. That has never been my position. I'm close to a free speech absolutist in the sense that if it's not illegal, let the marketplace decide whether speech is up or down voted, metaphorically and proverbially.
Okay.
But there's this thing on the right about we are creating a free speech platform. I'm regaining my free speech, even though they rarely have ever actually lost their free speech. And then
what are
they
you talking?
see it as a virtue for its own sake, just to say stupid things. And the prototypical example of that is Don Jr.'s show Triggered, which is one of the dumbest uses of the so-called free speech that he's regained that I can imagine. We don't know whether he uses uppers, but he seems hopped up out of his gourd
Yes,
here.
he does.
He rants
Yes,
about
he
the
does.
price of hair curdlers and also hone ownership. Yes, I know that it sounds like a strange thing to say. Let's listen to this.
Inflation is basically stagnant. Yeah. The price of a hair curler, maybe has come down a little bit, or at least the inflation on it has come down a bit.
What the fuck? Peachtree, was this your video? Oh my god. Okay, sorry. I needed a moment. The hair curdlers.
He seems so hopped up. A
Dude.
hair curdler. I've seen hair curdle like spoiled milk. And it is an ugly
no ads.
situation.
They're
that
trying to
I can
give you
assure
ads. I got you guys.
His speech
Saved ya.
continuing to deteriorate as the show continues.
The high interest rates combating the inflation has made home ownership.
Home ownership?
Dude, 100% he's drunk. He's fucked up. There is no way he's not drunk, dude. And why does he talk like that? It's like did he do heroin at one point in his life? Can anybody confirm whether or not he was an ex-heroin addict? Because he has like the lockjaw thing going on. Like, dude, what is wrong with this man?
Has anyone ever owned their own hone? That's a question that is not going to be answered by the fake news media. Trump continuing and saying not that the ends justify the means, but that the means justify the
Big
ends.
tech, they'll put all the articles that are out there, on page 476, after glowing CNN reports, one after the other, because they care about the objective. The means justify the ends. It's clear our country is in crisis.
Yes, that is absolutely true. That part I very much agree with. And then lastly, Judge Chutkan ruled yesterday that Trump isn't supposed to attack Jack Smith, the special prosecutor, nor the judge. So here is Junior standing in and
Look
doing
at that
it for
pause.
Jack Smith, a prosecutor with a history of political hit jobs and shadiness. My
What?
father has rightly called out Jack Smith for hiring Democrat-dominated
My father.
prosecutors and leading a deranged case. That's fact. Look at how he's been overturned.
God, he's so terrible.
Look at the radicals that they magically drew to be judges and otherwise. Today, an Obama-appointed judge, Tanya Chokin, issued
Did he say Tanyat? Tanyat Chutkan?
a gag order.
He said
that my
Tanya
father
Chokin.
can no longer criticize Jack Smith or his deputies. Think about that, folks. America in 2023.
America. Fuck yeah.
This show is nuts. And one of the things that I find really interesting about these shows is that they're so stupid and boring that it's hard to imagine who even would watch it. And listen, there
my
are so
God.
many choices for things people can watch. I don't claim that my
Not gonna lie. I'm probably gonna watch some Don Jr. stuff now. Not because it's good. Not because it's good.
show is the most entertaining or informative or insight. I don't claim any particular accolade for this show.
Okay. All right.
We've
that's all the Don Jr. So let's not take up Dave Pacman's. If you want to watch the full video, go check out Dave Pacman's Don Jr. manic rant about home ownership and hair curdlers. Oh my God, that's amazing. Okay, Fatty, is this from where you're at, dude? This one it was submitted by Uncle Fatty, and I believe Tanya Chokin. Heavy crack use, James says. I'm thinking Jessica, cocaine nose. That's what I was thinking that too, but it's the jaw thing. It's like the tooth grinding thing. Local news. All right, Fatty.
The Kootenai County Sheriff took time out of his workday to see what kind of...
Okay, wait, what is it?
The Kootenai County Sheriff...
Kootenai? The Kootenai County?
The Kootenai County Sheriff took time out of his workday to see what kinds of books were offered to kids at the public library. He wore a body camera and raised some concerns over what he found in a town meeting last week. Marissa Rios in North Idaho to explain the problem the sheriff has with one particular book that's available to high schoolers. Kootenai County Sheriff Bob Norris found the book here at the Post Falls Library. He says the book is sexually explicit and inappropriate for kids under the age of 18. The book he is referring to, Deal With It, a whole new approach to your body, brain, and life as a GURL by Esther Drill. It includes sections on how to identify sexual assault, LGBTQ+, oral sex, and more.
We don't allow them to go into places where controlled substances are ingested. And does this increase the likelihood of a 12, 13, 14-year-old reading something like this in such explicit fashion?
Okay, Bob. Look, I'm all for protecting the kids, Bob. But kids tend to know more at that age than you want to give them credit for. And I know, Bob, I'm just like you, Bob. I want to believe. I want to think they're just like pure as snow. And they don't know these things. But every time you bring something up, you make a joke, and you're like, oh, you don't understand that. Your 13-year-old's like, no, Dad, I do understand that. I have friends, and we joke. At 13, Bob, do you know the things I knew at 13, Bob? And I ain't have books. No one told me about it, Bob. Oh, poor Bob. He's probably a good guy.
And then experimenting on a neighbor,
or
on a cousin,
or
on a brother or sister.
Hold on.
The director of the
What the fuck did he just say? Did he just say experimenting on your cousin or brother? Hold on. Bob, I just gave you some credit.
Yes, in such explicit fashion. And then experimenting on a neighbor or on a cousin or on a brother or sister.
Fatty, what is going on in your county, bro? Oh, Bob. Bob, I was there with you. Bob, where'd you go? Experimenting on your cousin or brother or sister?
The director of the community
Bob has some real concerns, and Bob has a very good imagination.
Library Network.
Not a good imagination. A bad imagination.
Said the book is for grades 10 through 12. She said in a statement...
Okay, 10 through 12. So you're not even talking about 12 or 13-year-olds. You're talking about 15 and 16-year-olds. Dude, do you not know about the internet, Bob? Good Lord. Oh, wait, and it's a community library? Wait, this isn't a school library? Jesus Christ, Bob, you're becoming more wrong by the moment.
Quote, the book is classified by Community Library Network as young adult nonfiction. CLN's current minor card type, Child Limited, would not allow access to this item in the collection.
You go.
One parent says she allows her kids to roam the library with her present, but wouldn't allow them to do so alone.
Just the fear of what they would see, what they would read, and if they're not emotionally mature.
What is going on, Kootenai? Okay, what is going on there? No, you can't. You can't ban books. You can't hide. You can't. You're worried about your kid walking around the library? What is wrong with people? Dude. How much you want to make a bet? I would put money on that Lauren here, her kids get on their tablet and do whatever the F they want without her supervision. How much you want to make a bet? Lauren's kids have an iPad, possibly even an iPhone that they have access to, that they get to use unsupervised. But they can't walk around the library. Oh, God, they might find the book. Good God.
Sure enough to handle that?
Another mom says she does trust how the library sections off books.
Yeah, I just have them stay in their appropriate sections.
Good job,
for their
Jillian.
ages, and we haven't had any problems.
We asked the sheriff to share the body cam footage with us,
but he declined.
He declined.
An official with the Community Library Network says the book was last checked out in May and has not yet been returned. For more information, you can visit our website.
That's the most library story of all library stories. Did you think some like conservative checked it out and then like burned that shit? Oh, Fatty, that's a good one. I thought for like half a second there this story might make sense. The hope, the dream that this wasn't absolutely nuts. And then he went and said they might be experimenting on their cousin or their brother or sister, and just completely exaggerated the type of access that was allowed to this book. Good Lord, man. Who are these people and why are they so scared of everything? And yet at the same time not, because like I said, guarantee that woman's kids get on the internet all the time, unsupervised. Like, no. And Bob, can you imagine the moment Bob found that book? Like the righteous, justified anger Bob had as the sheriff of Kootenai. Okay? Kootenai. Right? He was very upset, I bet. I bet that he walked straight up to that poor librarian and asked her what she was thinking. Good God, man. Oh, dude. Yeah, like, and aren't these... Oh, dude, thank you, James. Do you not know about your dad's sock drawer? Aren't these the people that continually talk about the good old days? Dude, like, I found porn mags when I was, like, 9, okay? Like, my boss has a story about how they were driving when they were, like, 16 down a road, and they looked outside, or was it, no, sorry. Was it they found him they either found him on the side of the road or they found him in a forest. But they found a magazine. They took it off into the forest. And it was a nudie mag, okay? We're okay. We're okay. I don't know if these people are. It turns out that most of the people that are exposed to a lot of this stuff actually don't turn out poorly. It's the people that have been suppressing it their entire lives and act like they're not like sexual beings that talk about whether or not people experiment with their cousin or brother or sister. Jesus Christ, Bob! Fuck. Oh, man. This is insanity. Insanity. Thank you for sharing that. That is another user-submitted video. All right, guys. As we get down to the end here, we're going to play my wife's video. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make a warning right off the bat, guys. Contains strong language, okay? Contains strong language, and she's probably going to get me banned from YouTube, even though the algorithm's going to pick this up and think that this is a bad video. It's not a bad video. This gentleman here, he has some words to say, and they're controversial, and it's a very funny video. If you haven't seen this one, you're going to like it.
Oh, you niggas, whites and brown, dinners, tacuaches. See, I'm Mexican, I can say what's up, nigga. ¿Qué pasa, güey? ¿Qué pasa? You tired shit? So all you niggas, whites and brown, dinners, tacuaches.
One more time.
I'm Mexican, I can say what's up, nigga. ¿Qué pasa, güey? ¿Qué pasa, güey? Oh, you tired shit? So...
Okay, yeah, that was my wife. She suggested that video. I just wanted you guys to throw that out there. That was not me. That was my wife. She did that. All right. Oh, man. Okay. That is brotherly love right there. Okay, guys. I come from a very poor area. I don't use those words. But I'll tell you what. You shake hands. You hug. These guys, I got to support some brotherly love. That shit was hilarious. And also, jokes are jokes, man. We can't lose our sense of humor. Got to have a good time. We play games. We have a great time. I'm going to end with this. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Don't forget to support your local Soulless Ginger. Don't forget that that every Wednesday I'm here at 6 o'clock. Don't forget that we're getting better every week. We're going to have new segues next week. We're going to have new rules to games. So I'm putting in work for you guys to make this more enjoyable and more structured and fun for you guys every week. Because I appreciate you guys so much. I appreciate that you guys spend your time with me when you could be spending it with countless other people like the Midas Touch. So I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And I want to leave you guys tonight with some words of hope. I want to leave you guys with the Obama speech that I edited, that I added the song America the Beautiful to. And if you could, for me, listen to this song to the end, this speech to the end, because the end is important. This is a great speech by a great man, and I really wish we could have him back in office. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And if you get a chance, share this video. Thank you, guys.
This election had many firsts and many stories that will be told for generations, but one that's on my mind tonight is about a woman who cast her ballot in Atlanta. She is a lot like the millions of others who stood in line to make their voice heard in this election, except for one thing. Ann Nixon Cooper is 106 years old. She was born just a generation past slavery, a time when there were no cars on the road or planes in the sky, when someone like her couldn't vote for two reasons: because she was a woman and because of the color of her skin. And tonight, I think about all that she's seen throughout her century in America. The heartache and the hope, the struggle and the progress. The times we were told that we can't, and the people who pressed on with that American creed, yes, we can. At a time when women's voices were silenced and their hopes dismissed, she lived to see them stand up and speak out and reach for the ballot. Yes, we can. When there was despair in the Dust Bowl and depression across the land, she saw a nation conquer fear itself with a new deal, new jobs, a new sense of common purpose. Yes, we can. When the bombs fell on our harbor and tyranny threatened the world, she was there to witness a generation rise to greatness and a democracy was saved. Yes, we can. She was there for the buses in Montgomery, the hoses in Birmingham, a bridge in Selma, and a preacher from Atlanta who told the people that we shall overcome. Yes, we can. A man touched down on the moon. A wall came down in Berlin. A world was connected by our own science and imagination. And this year, in this election, she touched her finger to a screen and cast her vote. Because after 106 years in America, through the best of times and the darkest of hours, she knows how America can change. Yes, we can. America, we have come so far. We have seen so much, but there's so much more to do. So tonight, let us ask ourselves, if our children should live to see the next century, if my daughters should be so lucky to live as long as Ann Nixon Cooper, what change will they see? What progress will we have made?
Power to the people! Power to the people! Power to the people!
Obama out.